What is a word that sticks out to you in that?
I mean, other than topless.
That's the word. Topless means there is no top.
It looks like Missy's getting fresh with Star U.
Let's fucking go. We're all just kind of
Waiting for the bounce.
Yeah, waiting for the bounce. So it got pretty low this time.
Red satin booty shorts.
It's always dippiest before it's rippiest. Yeah, and it's been a big dip.
The longer they make GameStop trade sideways, the more he's gonna make them regret it.
Buy more or shut the fuck up.
Dude, you could have bought it 78. Blah, 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 blah. Wood meme from Japan.
That's WOULD for those listening.
Where are the Band-Aids? Wait, what the fuck is wrong with you? Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. When Jamie bottoms, tops.
Red satin booty shorts.
This is a big dip.
Red satin booty shorts. All right, let's fucking go. All right, 3, 2, 1. Thanks, everyone, for checking out the show. I'm Shaun Fitzy.
I'm Paulie.
I'm Swami.
And this is The Echo Chamber. 'Tis the season for recycled tin, and as expected, there was no sighting from Kitty, but we did get a sighting from the chairman, and it set Twitter off. But that's okay. I haven't seen any of it, you guys. I'm on a self-imposed Twitter ban, and I haven't seen any of it.
How's that going, by the way?
Yeah, it's going great. I love it.
Yeah, you haven't been on X at all.
Not at all. Not at all. I promise.
Yeah, do I need to look at your screen time?
Even the Echo Chamber account?
Even the Echo Chamber account.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there are some screenshots in the Echo Chamber Discord that might disagree.
Yeah. Okay. I got on a little bit to support Aaron. That's why I was on.
Right. I see. Yeah.
To support his stream. But yeah. How's it going, guys? Y'all doing good?
Oh man. What a week.
Yeah. What a week.
Yeah. And another like mixed tough week on my end, honestly. But
oh shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean it's like everything's okay now, but like my mom went in the hospital on Wednesday actually, and yeah, she got released today. But yeah, it was unexpected, and it took them a minute to figure out what was going on. It figured out that she actually had salmonella. So
where'd she go?
Yeah, well, my parents actually went on a cruise a little over a month ago, so it is possible that it was related to that, but it's very difficult to kind of trace it back to sort of the origin of when her symptoms started. So,
oh yeah,
but at any rate, they were able to figure out exactly what was wrong. But yeah, she went in with like severe dehydration and very, very low blood pressure, and we were like, man, I don't know what's going on. But she had almost no energy, so I was a little bit worried there on Wednesday, and so they ended up admitting her into the hospital and kept her for a few days. But after they figured out that it was salmonella, they're like, okay, well, we have antibiotics for that. So
yeah, antibiotics are great.
Yeah, and so like she was able to really start perking up after they got her on the right antibiotics for that. So yeah, it's nice. I'm glad that she got to go home today, and she has a lot more energy now, and so much better. But it was kind of a not so great couple of days there for a little while. So
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm a food safety expert, Paulie.
Right.
If you ever in a situation like that again and you need advice, just give me a shout. I'm certified.
And my wife is as well.
Okay.
I mean, and she's worked in the restaurant industry for pretty much her entire adult life, and it is probable and likely that she got it from something that she ate, but it's not certain that she did either. So
yeah. Well, I'm glad she's doing all right.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. That's good. There's nothing. Food poisoning is the worst if that's what it was. But that whole thing is like, I heard that, I got worried. Like, anyone calls my store with that, I'm like, oh.
Right.
Never had that problem, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. Okay. Well, what else? Anything else going on with you other than that?
Well, basketball season's in full swing again. So so we had the low of the week was mom going to the hospital. The high of the week was probably basketball season, officially starting. So we've got the exhibition games over and the actual season is underway. So we've got our women's team and men's team have both started playing now, and both of them have won their first couple of games. And our men's team at Purdue is starting off the season ranked number 1 in the country. So starting off with a giant target on our back, and everybody comes in with, that's their Super Bowl. So
that's cool.
I have no illusions of them finishing with an undefeated season. So, at some point they're going to get knocked down a peg, I'm sure, but it is fun while it lasts. Right. So yeah, I'm excited for this year. I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah. I see what you did there. The whole little reverse psychology thing. Yeah. They're definitely not going to have an undefeated season.
Right.
Yeah. I've been trying that a lot lately.
I have to manage my expectations.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know. That's when you're about to get real busy. There's a lot more basketball games than there are football games, but football season's going on too. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You're like a super fan.
Got a nice little bobblehead here that has a little top 25 ranking thing for it, and you can have these little tiles inside that you can rearrange.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of neat.
Sweet. Yeah. I saw Funkos are on sale. I guess that's not a bobblehead, but they're on sale for like $5 right now.
They've been on clearance for a little bit at GameStop, I think. And PSA just announced recently that I think starting December 1st, if I remember correctly, they're no longer going to grade Funko Pops unless I think unless it was they were autographed and you were doing the dual service on them. So yeah, they're discontinuing the grading service, the standard grading service for Funko Pops coming up in a month or so. So if you have Funko Pops and you really want them graded, you should probably get them in soon.
They got to make space for like underwear from RC and stuff.
There's going to be a huge market for that soon. Yeah. So
yes, Swami's with us, guys. Everyone, Swami's here.
Yeah,
glad you're with us. How have you been, man?
Good, crazy week. Lot of stuff going on in the market. GameStop. We got RC tweeting during market volatility. Reminds me of April. GME
crazy
under 22 and then under 21 for like 5 seconds. Who would have thought that would happen? But like, what a crazy opportunity, if you have some dry powder to get shares at those prices. So I was buying the whole way down all week.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good. There was a lot about this last week that was reminiscent of April, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
I was just talking to Paulie before the show. There's a lot about the chart that looks like April 2024 too.
Yeah.
So and the lead up, just minus the huge dip. We'll look at that later. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, Paul or Swami.
No. Personal life. I had to deal with some childcare complications with work and stuff. So that's always fun when you got a job and you got to do childcare, and it's like, what are you supposed to do? But is what it is. But otherwise, everything's going good now, and we just completed our Christmas pictures or family Christmas pictures today, which is
Nice.
a very high stakes, stressful. I'm not even joking. Like, my wife, gets very stressed out about it, but she also is the one who does, puts all the effort into it. So we did it without flaw today, no crying, which was excellent. So
Nice.
Amazing.
now that's behind us, and it's a relaxing rest of the weekend.
That's good. I've never taken a family Christmas picture.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, maybe when I was younger, like with my family, but I don't with my kids and wife. We've never done it. I think my wife would laugh at me. Like, yeah, she's not like her family isn't a big tradition kind of family. So, but we were growing up my side, so it's been fun kind of mixing that. But yeah, no, that's cool. That's nice. Where did you go? Do you mind saying?
We went
JC Penney. Do they still do that shit?
Well, it's
I'm
funny.
sure they do.
I think they do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. But my wife and I were talking about that on the way home. Like, I don't have a whole lot of vivid memories from like when I was like really young, like 4 or 5. But I can vividly remember going to JCPenney for the pictures, for some reason. So
Great.
yeah. But we use a photographer that we've used like a couple of years, and we did it in our studio today, which I much prefer than like going outside to like a farm or something. It's just like a shit show with the kids. So
yeah.
It's like a nice enclosed space. It's not cold. There's no sun in people's eyes. And it was like, boom, 20 minutes and we're done. Couldn't be happier.
That sounds smooth.
Yeah, that does sound smooth. That's cool. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I don't know.
How about you, Fitzy? What's up?
No, I'm trying to think if I had anything going on. My daughter just came in and was like trying to talk to me in the middle of this whole thing. You gotta love that. Yeah, no, just work shit. Lots of work. We got Veterans Day coming up. Shout out to all the veterans. Appreciate y'all.
For sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very busy day at work, so we're getting ready for that. And
a bank holiday is not enough of a thank you for that.
No, not at all.
Yeah, seriously.
We well, if you well, I won't say my restaurant, but we're giving free food out, so come on in. It's gonna be a good one. So yeah, I don't know, just getting ready for that. That's about it. My daughter's running subsections right now. I had to miss it because of work, but she's out there. It's probably well, we'll see. She might make sections. We'll have to see how she does. That'd be awesome if she did, though. That'd be crazy.
Nice.
Yeah. So all right. So like I've been trying to. We seem to talk. Well, I want to talk, and this is kind of how we've been doing it, is talk GameStop shopping, right? At the top. I think I've just started calling it Shop GameStop.
Oh, that's a good card. Oh, that's good.
First live stream pull. What did I get? Melodic 10, 144. Boom, I'm done now.
Most obvious outcome ever.
Wait.
Let's freaking go.
Yes.
I've done some power pack pulling. First off, Aaron did an awesome stream. I want to say that right off the top. Fucking great job, Aaron. How did you do, Paul? You were in it, weren't you? It was. I
was in it, and I got roasted by Demoshi in round 1. So Demoshi pulled a $37 card, and I pulled a $15 card. So I got bounced in round 1. But no, Aaron did a fantastic job on that, and I really liked what he did to innovate on the battle royale concept, so that everybody was able to almost everybody was able to walk away feeling like they got something out of it. And so even though if you only advanced out of round one, you were only walking away with one card, and it was going to be, one of the lowest value cards. That's still something, and I think that is kind of a neat way to innovate on that. So the way that, so for anyone listening who didn't tune into that stream, what he did was there were 32 players, and the winner, instead of winning all of the slabs that were pulled, they won 20 cards. And then the second place winner got, I think it was it 10?
I think so. I saw the end. I saw like the last
I think it might have. I think it might have been 10. And so the winner got the 20 most valuable cards from the entire thing, and then the runner up got half as many. And then if you made it through to the next round behind them, then you got, I think it was 4 cards each. And then if you were in the round behind them, then I think you got 2. And then if you only made it out of round 1, then you got 1 card. So the only people who didn't get something were the people who lost in the first round. Yeah. So
that was yeah.
So that was me and 15
GME
other people.
GME but Stallion was the first out. I heard. Sorry, dude. Sorry, 50.
Yeah, rough go for him. But it was a lot of fun, and I had the pleasure of tuning into the whole stream, and he just did a really good job. So I'm really proud of Aaron and the branding that he's building. I think he's put in a lot of work into what that stream format looks like and how he does it. As you and I both know, it takes a lot of work behind the scenes to put together a well produced show. So that's not as easy as it looks, and he just does a really good job of making it look easy, and he's got the right personality for it too. So I'm really happy that he's getting his flowers too, getting included in some of GameStop's marketing materials, and
he's the poster child. He's not included. He is now like the GameStop PowerPack poster child, at least in the online media presence. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's very well deserved, honestly. So I'm very, very happy for him. Glad to see that he's getting his due on that.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Sorry. So did the Echo Chamber do good at all? You were in it. 50 was in it. Who else joined from the Echo Chamber? There was someone else. Robot. Was he in it?
He was in the audience. I don't think he was playing.
All right. Yeah. So you guys did not represent well. Okay.
Right. Yeah. No, but it was all right. I had told Aaron, I was like, hey, if you still need people to fill slots in your battle royale this weekend, count me in. I was like, I could use the pick me up, win or lose. I wasn't doing it for the prospect of winning. I just wanted, to be a part of it and to do something to kind of lift my spirits. Because at the time, like I don't think I even knew like what my mom was in the hospital for. I was like, I need something to make me feel better, right? So and fortunately, we got mom released from the hospital about midday today. So that was good. But
and then you got booted from the PowerPack contest.
Yeah, so I got lifted up by mom getting released, and then Aaron knocked me right back down to where I belong. So it was good.
He did great. The GME community represented you. I thought that was pretty cool. Everyone was either in YouTube chat. If you're listening, not just because I'm on my self-imposed Twitter ban, but YouTube chat is I think it's a better format for chatting, and I think it's better for Aaron too. So. If you're listening to us and you want to support Aaron, of course, support him and follow him on X, but go to his YouTube channel, Roaring Sensei. He's everywhere under that name.
Yep. And you can subscribe and get notifications when he goes live. So, that's a better, I'm going to say, signal to noise ratio if you only want to get notifications when he is streaming. So, if you don't want to get a notification every time he tweets, for example. So,
he does send out some tweets, but it's all good. Yeah. It's all good, fun PowerPack stuff. So that's cool. I faded his stream. So they did good though. I think he said it was like $1,400, I think, worth of pools.
Something
Or
like
something
that. Yeah.
around-
Yeah.
and
It was right around there.
They're
Yeah, 'cause
pretty even.
Yeah, because it would have been around 60, 62, 64 polls, and or I think it was 62 maybe, and
Yeah.
it was $25 a piece, so 1,550, I think.
Yeah, and headed into the
Dollars.
last pool,
Yeah.
they were only like negative by like $40, or the last few pools, but
Yeah,
a couple
Yeah, so
floors
it's
came out.
slightly below the expectation value, which
Yeah.
is a little unusual, but if you do pull a sufficiently large number of cards, then you should actually come out to either right at or above the average. So
Yeah, like I said, I faded it just because it was like he was getting the last 4 or 5. A lot of them were like under 20 and so I thought I'd see what I'd do. I pulled like a $65 card. I'm liking this power pack thing ever since you guys got me fucking hooked on last week's episode.
Man, this is common, honestly. Like I'm in another Discord for mostly traders, and there are so many people who are like, "Oh man, I just pulled my first card, and I guess I'm a gambler now," or something like that. And I'm like, well, I take no responsibility for your impending financial doom, or something along the lines of that, or they're like, this is the start of an addiction. And
hey,
just
it's better than weeklies for sure.
Honestly, because you're always getting something of value in return, and I think that's honestly what makes it so effective, is that you have that sort of tangible dopamine to it. Is that not only is there the chance that you're going to pull something exceptionally valuable, but that everything you pull has some value to it, and not even just from a monetary sense. Like I mean, take last week for example. Like I pulled a card that was worth less than I paid for it, but I loved the card.
Yeah.
So like that had nothing to do with the money involved, and like I mean, I could have paid $100 for that card and been happy with it. So it's a little different. Some of those things transcend value.
I like how you look at cards. You put your like. I've been trying to get into cards a little bit and try to understand it. I've been doing trying to read and all, and like what gives cards values and all that. And I like personal stories gives it value to you a lot, and I think that's pretty cool. Like it's kind of a cool thing about card collecting. I think there's a lot of like personal feelings attached to it, especially like nostalgia. What did Magnificent pull? He pulled a fucking Charizard. Like what? Okay, wait, hold on. He had a Pokemon pack that was at his house, right? You guys are up to speed on this story?
Yes, yeah. His mom sent him pictures of his Pokemon cards that she finally found. I guess he'd been trying to have her find them for a while, and
yeah, she found them. And
kind of reminiscent of my own story, except I had to go find them myself.
yeah,
because they were tucked away in an attic somewhere, and when I was in Texas, my wife and I were like, we're finding those when we're there. Yeah. But yeah, she found his cards and she sent a picture, and one of the packs was unopened and was opened and had some cards in it, and he was like, let me see what's in that pack.
Yeah, let me see. And it was a fucking Charizard, like worth a lot. Like even like a PSA 5, it was worth a lot. Like
it was a 1999 base set Charizard, and the front of it looked so good, and I was like, you have to grade that, man. And I will say, like, the centering on that from the front perspective is either a 9 or a 10. However, that card did not look so good on the back. So he may be looking at like somewhere between a 5 and a 7 based on the back.
Still, though, I mean,
that card is still a fantastic find, and I mean, I've seen some people get pretty excited about finding $20 in their jeans. And that's like finding $1,500 in a shoebox. So
for real, And he just like he knew it. That was the thing. Yeah. He had like a sense. I don't know. That's cool. Yeah. That's got an awesome story to it. I probably would sell that shit. But I don't know. That's one. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you wouldn't. I know that's kind
Yeah.
of where I was going
No,
with it.
that-
You would
that
hold the
card,
hell out of that.
That card's my white whale. That's the only thing I have left in the base set to
Oh,
collect.
okay, yeah. That's the one you're trying to get off of Aaron. Is that the one? That you
Right,
were-
yeah, except
Yeah,
that
okay.
he's never gonna let that thing go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he pulled one from a power pack, and I think it was either a platinum. I think it might have been a platinum pack that he pulled it from.
Yeah.
I forget
What's
the
it worth?
exact. The one that he pulled it from, he probably got like a $500 or $600
Wow.
card, something like that.
Huh.
It was either a platinum or a diamond pack. I don't recall, but he's got a PSA. I want to say 7 Charizard. I don't recall the details, but
Huh.
the important thing is he's got a 1999 base set Charizard that he pulled from a power pack, and I was like, oh, you don't need that, like you can just send that right on over to me, but but no, he pulled it fair and square. It's his.
That's cool. Yeah, I got almost. I could trade in some of these. Like, I don't know if I have if I want to give value to these cards. Like, I got the one that I just pulled for $65. I'll get like 58 if I sell it, but that'll give me enough in my balance to do a gold.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I might do that. I haven't done a gold. I did the silver and I got the floor card. It was ugly. It was like literally might have been called like floor. Like, it was just a shitty ass. It was just a shitty card. So I don't know. Maybe not. I'm doing well right now. But do I just want to hold it and like, I don't know. I don't know how to approach this, how to hold, when to sell, like, because they're all just going up in value still, right? Like, that's what's happening with Pokemon.
Well, they do fluctuate, right?
Yeah.
And they will sometimes be volatile. It just depends. Some of the newer cards will be especially volatile. The older cards might be a little bit more stable, generally speaking.
Yeah.
But Pokemon cards and trading cards in general have a little bit of volatility to their market that's kind of reminiscent of the meme stock segment itself.
Yeah.
And
Is there like a chart out there that I could look at? There is, I'm sure.
Yeah, actually there
Yeah.
is. And it's like there's actually one that shows cumulative monthly returns of Pokemon cards, baseball cards, the S&P 500 and Meta since 2000.
Yeah.
And Pokemon cards outperforms all of them. Yeah. And it's just kind of interesting. The shape of that chart just looks oddly reminiscent of the meme stock just shape from what we're used to looking at from 2020, 2021, that kind of bull flag formation. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. So, I have some cards that are listed to eBay at just what I would call absurd prices.
Yeah.
Just because I consider them limit orders, because they're cards they're cards that I'm not. Yeah, they're cards that I'm not urgently looking to get rid of, but I'm not necessarily looking to hold on to forever either. And so when those cards do finally sell, I'm like, oh, this is possibly a leading indicator that something else is going on. So, that I'm using them as maybe weather vanes of sorts.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily have a crystal ball that's going to work perfectly.
Okay, RC.
Right. I don't know if that's going to work perfectly, but I have had a couple of times where I've had cards listed to eBay where I've accepted, or I've been open to offers on the cards, and when the offers came in that were too lowball, that's prompted me to go and look at recent sales on the cards, and I'm like, oh, hey, the sales are actually coming up towards the list price for this card, but people are trying to lowball me on the card right now. And that's actually prompted me to take the cards off of the listing, because I see the potential that it could go much higher. So,
okay. Oh, I got you.
Yeah, because I was like, so maybe it's a card that I pulled for $25 or $50, and I was listing it for $174. But now they've had recent sales for $150, and so it's appreciating much faster than I thought. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is one that I want to hold on to long. So
Yeah.
In that sense, I'm using them as weather vanes, these listings, and the ability to accept offers on them. And when someone comes along and tries to lowball me on the offer, that's just an opportunity for me to go and review whether or not I'm still happy with my list price.
And what's the site that you go to for like when you're checking the value of the Pokemon card? Like after you pull it on the PowerPack, you go to a site. What's it called?
So there are a couple things. My main go-to is going to be price charting. Pricecharting.com. Yeah, okay. Pricecharting.com. They have a mobile app called Price Charting, and then they have two websites. They have a website called pricecharting.com and one called sportscardspro.com. You can create a free account on either of those websites and then use that same account on both Price Charting and sportscardspro.com. And your account will port over between both of them because it's the same, but it's just two different domains because one is specific to Pokemon, TCG, entertainment systems. Like you can even track like your Xbox or Nintendo, any video games. You can look at shit. You can look at values of things like that. And then
Funko Pop.
Sports Cards Pro is for the sports card side of collectibles. So they've just got kind of those two different things separated by domain there. But on the mobile app side, it's all in one. So it's just kind of a domain convention for the web side.
So
so that's kind of my primary go-to. But then I also have the PSA app and the ability to look things up on Card Ladder and look at recent sales there. So yeah. So Card Ladder looks at the most recent sales from about 20 different auction houses and eBay. And Price Charting looks at eBay and
pay them.
What's that?
Do you got to pay them? Is it a sub? It looks like it's a subscription.
Oh, Card Ladder? Yeah. Card Ladder, you do have a subscription for, but you can view the most recent 5 sales for free, just from within the PSA app. So if you have the PSA app and you're looking at a certificate number for a card, and it shows you the Card Ladder value, like a card in your collection, and you look at the Card Ladder value, you just tap on the Card Ladder value, it'll launch a page for that card and show you the last 5 sales, or up to 5 if there's fewer than 5.
Sweet. Yeah, we just did a commercial for Card Ladder.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And if you are in the Collectors Club for PSA, if you are on their premium membership, it includes a Card Ladder Pro membership.
Oh, nice.
So,
so there's a Luke Skywalker metallic gold Funko Pop, $1,875. It's
a little rich for my blood.
Yeah, I mean it's cool, I guess. $1,900 for a Cara Dune blaster. Cara Dune. I'm sorry, I don't even know who that is. I bookmarked all these sites. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's it. I just I don't know how to check and if I want to keep it. So if I hold it after 7 days, because you can hold it for 7 days and still sell it back to GameStop.
Yeah, you've got a 7-day instant buyback decision period now.
Yeah. And so when I sell it in that 7 days and get that offer, it goes to my wallet balance. What happens if I sell after that 7 days? That where I'm selling through PSA or eBay at that point?
You can sell it in a couple of different ways. You can either list it on eBay as an auction, as a buy it now, or you can, if PSA makes you an offer, sell it to PSA. So
and then that money will be
and that's as of right now. I would presume that there may come a future point where offers may come from entities other than PSA. But as of right now, you can get offers from PowerPacks and you can get offers from PSA. The PowerPacks offer only comes at the point of purchase, and it was originally only valid right when you were on the purchase page, and now it's valid for up to 7 days. And if I were a betting man, I would say there will at some point in the future be a peer-to-peer marketplace, or even maybe additional vendors, some other way to distinguish from just PSA offers. But PSA when they make you an offer, you pay no fees, and that money doesn't go back into your PowerPacks wallet. It goes to your bank account within a couple of business days, and
Okay.
so
Then you
let's
can just
say,
put it back.
yeah. So let's say that you're reviewing the offers in your account on either the PSA app or on the PowerPacks website, and you go through and you accept offers on multiple cards. Those don't show up anywhere instantly. They will aggregate all of the offers that you accept on a given day right about 9 o'clock Eastern time in the evening, which happens to be right about now when we're recording on Saturday night. So if I had accepted any PSA offers today, it would be right about now. It's not exactly 9 p.m., but approximately 9 p.m. So we're between 9 and 9:30 p.m. every day. They will aggregate all of the PSA offers that you have accepted for that day and just sort of say, okay, here's everything that's going to your bank account on the next business day.
Okay, so they just send it over. So there's no wallet.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
like I know like that fee is kind of a lot though sometimes. I mean, depending on it's like 6%, right? That you pay to get GameStop to
that's if you
sell it
take
there.
the instant buyback. Yeah.
Yeah,
So whatever the offer is on the instant buyback, you deduct 6% if you accept the instant buyback. However, something to note is that if you accept an instant buyback offer, there is no unless anything's changed, and it's always good to go and review the FAQ on the PowerPacks website for this. But unless anything has changed, there is no tracking for KYC or tax purposes of money that you receive from instant buybacks.
Huh.
So I'm going to repeat that. There is no tracking of the money that you receive from instant buybacks.
All right. I get it. Goes right to that wallet.
Yeah. So if you get a $14,000 card from a $1,000 diamond pack and you accept the instant buyback offer, and then you're still taking the 6% hit. But if you decide to withdraw that money from the wallet instead of rolling it into more packs, that does not show up as a 1099 income anywhere. They don't report that is the official position as of the last time that I checked the FAQ.
Nice.
But if you sold that same card on eBay, you would get a 1099 for it. So
interesting.
Consult your tax professional on how you would want to approach that situation, but those are things that you should be aware of.
Yeah, I'm liking this. I hope it comes to an app somehow. That would be pretty fun. So I don't have to use my phone's browser. I don't really care for that. I wish we could just load a set amount, GameStop or Toast, if you're listening. You just let us load into our wallet. Just let me put like $40 in there. Then like you got to buy the power pack and then
I would really, really like for them to be able to integrate somehow the GameStop gift cards into this platform, or even cool. I have one somewhere on my desk, a GameStop trade credit card.
Yeah.
So if you go trade something in at GameStop and you get money on a GameStop trade credit card, if you could go roll that into PowerPacks directly, that would be pretty cool.
Let us degen GameStop.
Let any money let any money that's accepted at GameStop be also accepted at PowerPacks. That would be a really great way to just let the entire ecosystem thrive, I think. And to your point, if you could just preload whatever amount of money that you want to spend instead of having them all be individual transactions, that would also be great.
Yeah. What were you saying, Swami?
No, I was just kind of piggybacking on what Paulie said about the gift cards. Like it just light bulb went off that like I think the demand for gift cards would go up drastically.
It would skyrocket.
Yeah, we pass those suckers around
Yeah,
as
exactly.
is. Can you imagine? Like, can you
If
imagine
you can
if,
use it
like,
on PowerPacks.
yeah,
Mhm.
we would be having contests with the
Eh,
gift cards that would go
Yeah.
right to the power
You,
pack.
you know
Yeah.
what?
That
I'll
advice
make
is free, Tommy and Ryan
there you
and
go.
Toast. You know.
Yeah. I think I could be corrected on this, but just hearing like RC's interviews recently and like kind of just understanding like his general philosophy on things. You know what I bet they're gonna do with this, unless they see an opportunity to like make an investment and then they get a big return, is like I can see them like just wanting to like they're gonna release stuff with the profits from this.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that would be so RC to do, to be like, hey, I'm not going to spend money on this, but it's super profitable, and we will just continuously like reinvest that money. So like you want gift
Just keep
cards,
all that
that's
cash.
probably a bunch of back end systems that they have to connect together with like their ERP and all this other stuff. That takes time and money to do that. But if they're making profit off of Power Packs, which I'm sure they are, that's
Mhm.
probably how he's going to pay for it. And like things like I'm sure at some point there's going to be the ability to connect crypto wallets to this. Like
Yes.
that's going to happen. Like he's
Yeah.
too smart not
It's
to do that.
inevitable.
Yeah. So like all these enhancements I think are coming, but maybe what they might want to do is to just fund it with the profits, which is again like just a very measured way, like sustainable way to do things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very very RC.
Yeah,
Have you? Go ahead, Paul. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna. I was gonna say. I think you're absolutely right, and I have no issue with it either, because I think this is an absolute money printer for them, and I also don't think that it would take a terribly large amount of money to do those things if they've got the right team in place. But it might take a little bit of time to do it right, and you've got to get the right technology in place and all those things. But just syncing up systems that are already in, placing it in them to talk to one another, that's an easier task usually than building something completely new from the ground up.
Yeah. And there's like a direct ROI because you are going to enable more transaction volume by doing that. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
sure
flywheel.
I'm sure it's going to come.
Yeah, and these streams, and they're sponsoring these streams, and GameStop sponsored Aaron's stream. I know that they're doing it with some of them, which is all really cool shit. Like these
Yeah.
streams are gonna really push it up to the next level. So that's
Yeah,
all cool shit. You
well, they're. I don't think they're actually directly sponsoring any yet,
Yeah,
but
you're right.
they are at least like promoting it and making people aware of them. Yeah.
Well, Aaron said that they to the dragon, and I'm bad with names, guys. Sorry, but the dragon
Paper
guy,
Tiger Trading
Paper
Company.
yeah, there you go. So not a
Yeah.
dragon.
Yeah.
Paper Tiger. they were doing it for other like gold packs or something, and GameStop donated to the stream, I guess, to reduce the entry cost, so that everyone that was buying a power pack, instead of having to pay $100 for it, they paid less. Kind of
Interesting.
thing. So yeah, I and if I said that wrong, sorry. I heard it as I was driving and trying to text like F in chat and all that other shit that was going on the stream.
Yeah, I caught most of his stream, but I wasn't paying attention to the entire thing, so I missed that part. But yeah,
that'd be cool. I think that's pretty sweet that they do that, because I think these streams are a good thing. Swami, have you pulled any cards? What did you get any power packs or shopping done this week? I know you're busy.
I haven't. I saw the currency card pre-orders shipped this week, and
yeah, saw that.
I haven't bought one yet, but I really want to. So I got some trades out there with GameStop that once the price moves up, then yeah.
yeah. Hey, bro, I'm like that too. This MacBook's been waiting on a move up for like 6 months.
I feel that.
Well, that's the thing too. As I mentioned, all the money's been going to buy shares. So, and Paulie's throwing up his Roaring Kitty card.
Paulie got the
Yeah.
most valuable fucking currency card I've ever seen. That thing is so cool. It's a Roaring Kitty currency card.
Yeah,
So I'm
I-
curious why
I
it
really
says
like this
seal of
one.
approval. Did they
So-
consult him on this card?
So this is a really interesting question. So it says Roaring Kitty seal of approval on it, and it's kind of funny because a few people really
GameStop?
took exception to this card, which
Yeah.
which I thought is just funny. First of all, because one, it is an artistic representation of Keith Gill. It is not a portrait of him. It's not a photograph of him.
It's like
It's
a
an
cartoon.
artistic representation.
Where are
First
the
of all.
Band-Aids?
Yeah, and it does say Roaring Kitty seal of approval, which raises more questions than anything, I think.
Yeah, it does.
And it is of Keith Gill. It is not a card of GameStop or anything.
Or
and so
Apes.
right, yeah, and Apes is another great card. I love that card,
Yeah.
and that's one of my favorite gemstone refractors that I have.
Same.
And so, like they're obviously not gonna fit the entire saga on the back of a card, but or even summarize everything that you can about Keith Gill on the back of a card. But I counted there are 61 cards on the 61 words on the description for Keith Gill on the back of this card, and I mean that's not a lot of room to distill all of the information that you might want someone to get about Keith Gill into one. So I thought it would be a pretty cool exercise to just invite people like, hey, if you were asked to write the caption for the back of this card, what would you have written? I actually think that would be a really cool just writing exercise for people. Like if you and I'll spot you some extra words. If you had only 69 words or fewer to write a summary for the back of this Keith Gill card for the Cardsmiths Currency Series, what would you have written, and how would it be better than what they put? Because I do think that they could have worded this better, but I don't think that was necessarily bad. But I think a lot of people took exception to the way that they phrased the section on the short squeeze and things like that. But the guy who drew this is a British Marvel comic artist named Mike Collins, and so the seal of approval. Some people were saying, well, like that cat looks off. I'm like, well, that's because it's not just a cat. Like, are you guys familiar with the seal of approval meme?
No.
No, okay, like the seal of approval is where people post an actual seal
Oh.
and say like this is a seal of approval, right?
Yeah.
And so like the seal of approval on this card looks like a hybrid between a cat and a seal to me. And so that's kind of how I'm looking at it.
That thing's worth like 10 grand at least, bro. Like, that shit, PSA 10.
My best
Take
guess
care
is
of
the 1 of 1 Onyx card of this would probably be worth at least 10,000.
So there's
because
so
the Onyx cards are typically worth about $5,000. But
so there is one out there, an Onyx card of that.
There will be, yes.
The 1 out of 1.
The gemstone refractor, the 1 of 1 Onyx card
Okay.
is out there somewhere, and it will it'll be black.
It's like the golden
Man.
And that's the one. That is officially the chase card, not the 1 Bitcoin card.
No, fuck that. No, not that. The Onyx Roaring Kitty. I might start up my power or my fucking space card collector. I might start that shit up again.
Yeah, but this is officially the largest by far printing of the Cardsmiths currency series sets, because they've expanded it. They've expanded it to 120 base cards. I don't know how many short print cards there are. There's normally at least 10. And they've also added a new gemstone refractor that is numbered to the 299. So it used to be that the largest gemstone refractor was the barrel, which was numbered to 149. And then in the space series, they increased it. They added the blue topaz, which was numbered to 199. And I think it was Diamond Ape actually pulled one that was numbered to 299 in one of his mega boxes that he got yesterday from GameStop. So The mega box that I had pre-ordered came with a barrel Michael Saylor that was numbered to 149.
That's a cool card.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
that
laser,
is a cool card.
laserized Michael Saylor. Yeah,
that's
pretty cool card. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no
Nice.
complaints.
I saw. I think it was. I think the guy's name on X is Big K.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big K3D.
I don't know if he posted it or
Yeah.
he reposted, but somebody got a Bitcoin redemption card graded, unscratched.
Yes, I
Unscratched.
saw that. Yeah, that was.
I think that could be one
that was
Bitcoin.
bold. It could.
That's
It
crazy.
They
could.
got it graded and it's sealed.
Now it is far more likely that it's something like
Yeah.
0.001
Yeah, of course,
Bitcoin
of course.
or like one Litecoin or something. But you
I
never
don't
know.
know.
Yeah, but I think it's really cool that they got it graded. I think it got like an 8 or something.
It's pretty slick. I like that.
Yeah. I'm like, man, that's
a power move.
yeah, that is a
Yeah,
power move
I
right
couldn't do
there.
it.
But I mean, that's like a in case of emergency break glass sort of thing. But then what if it is just hey, you've got a 0.001 Bitcoin card. But hey, by then, what if Bitcoin's at $1 million? And so
Yeah.
it's if you hold that long enough, it'll be worth whatever you paid to get the card, pretty much no matter what. So it's kind of a moot point, but it is pretty funny that they did that without knowing how much the redemption is worth.
Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
I want to my restaurant just texted me that the bathroom's flooding. So we'll take a break
boy.
in a second, but it's whatever. It's an old place. So we'll take a quick break, but I just wanted to go through GameStop's Twitter feed real quick. The water can spill a little bit. It's fine. Midnight releases are back for Black Ops 7.
Oh,
I think that's pretty fucking
November
cool.
14th, I think it was.
Well, this says November 13th at 9 p.m., November 14th at 12 a.m. So that's Pacific. So California time, the 9 p.m. So at midnight, Black Ops 7. I don't know. Maybe I'd be better at that than fucking Battlefield. I haven't even picked that thing back up. It's eternally frustrating. I've never been I played Dark Souls. That game's really hard, like really fucking annoyingly hard. And Battlefield is way worse. The GameStop pool parties, I thought that was pretty fun. So so it was yesterday.
There's some good 10 on that too.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
What's the 10
on? So it has to do with Elon actually, and so Elon just a few days before that was saying some things about how he should have more pool parties. And let me pull that up because he doesn't talk about pool parties very often. But
what the hell?
Yeah, it's very, very random, right? And this is
we just got that Elon.
Yeah, I gotta go search X from Elon Musk pool parties. And so on November 1st, someone posted something about gravity being evidence that our universe is a simulation, according to groundbreaking new research. And they said, yes, obviously we're living in a simulation, but what will you do differently now that you know that? And so Elon quote posted that and said, maybe have more pool parties. And then in a reply, he said, let me see if he was replying directly to that. Yeah, he replied directly to that, and he said, my pool parties per year number is approximately 0.3, which is probably too low.
Huh.
And so then that was just a few days before GameStop did this, short notice pool party thing. And I mean, that's obviously a loose play on words, but it's, I don't know. We've also seen some comments from Elon about how he's saying it's time to pull some rabbits out of a hat, and GameStop's mascot is a rabbit. And
but
and I mean, there's.
I'm a full Elon tinfoil truther with GameStop.
Are you?
Everybody-
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
I get it somehow.
I'm 100% convinced that he's going to be or is involved in the tipping point of this saga at some point.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
I
I don't
didn't
necessarily
know.
know. I don't necessarily know how, but I mean, just if you believe or understand nothing else, Elon is an enormous nerd and video gamer.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Like,
Isn't he like the number
and
one ranked Diablo player or something?
I
Yes,
heard that was. I
yes.
heard
What?
that was a lie. I heard.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I heard he was ranked, but I heard he cheated to get there or some shit, or like he
There's-
had someone playing for him or some shit.
There's some people
Maybe.
who believe that he had someone playing for him, but I don't know. Like I would believe that he does it himself. I mean, he's like the world's best multitasker. So
I won't.
Yeah.
I won't talk bad about him, Paulie. I'm sorry.
I mean, you can have your own opinion on him.
I know.
I got no problem with that. But yeah, I mean, it's just he's also talked about making video games great again, using AI studios to produce video games and all that. And I think that it doesn't take a lot of leaps to get from Elon may be involved in GameStop again, because he had the GameStop tweet in January 2021, right? And he kind of called the top, but he also has a really, really big grudge against short sellers in general. And this is a guy that just doesn't forgive and forget. Like he holds grudges.
Yep.
And we're talking about someone who had someone say F Elon like years and years ago, and then he side quested getting the president of the United States elected. So, like politics aside, this is someone who just doesn't forget when he has a mission to fulfill. And so he said a lot of things like, I try not to start fights, but I do finish them. And he's brought that up in regards to the SEC and how they, don't really do their job with regards to regulating the securities on the stock market. So, I think if you just kind of put all that together, it really doesn't take much to put it all together that he could be involved. So
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, he's the richest man ever. So
he's the richest guy on earth, and it would be a drop in the bucket for him to invest in GameStop.
Oh yeah, let him buy all the
by the same token, Ryan Cohen could be an investor in X and or XAI. Those are private companies.
Yeah, we would know.
So yeah. So I mean, Ryan Cohen could have a stake in those companies. They could be buddy in that sense. We don't know. So it would not be a far cry for that to happen.
All right, let me go call my place. Let's take a quick break, guys. We'll be right back. All right,
go take care of your bathroom.
Yeah. All right,
Hopefully it's the sink that's flooding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me like 5 minutes, okay, guys?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Quantum Destiny. Nothing can stop what is coming. Nothing. What's that tagline from No Country for Old Men? It's something like, you can't stop what's coming. Maybe it kind of pertains, kind of relevant to here too. It's kind of germane to this discussion. Did I use that word right? I was an individual investor. I don't even know if I use words right.
You can't stop what's coming.
All right, we're back. I did not speak to my restaurant, so I'm not sure if they're flooded out or not. It might just be really busy. I'm not sure, but
hopefully it doesn't wash away.
Yeah. Got a plumber on the way, so that's good. They'll be good. They can handle it. My phone's back to muted. Yeah, and I know you guys. When we ended, we were talking about the pool party, and you guys started getting into some Elon 10, and then it kind of kept going. So we'll just go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think there really is just kind of like a deep rabbit hole that you can go down with that too. And I mean, obviously, we mentioned that Elon tweeted about GameStop in January 2021, and it was a couple of days before the top. But when the White House reposted GameStop and said power to the players, Elon did reply to that, acknowledged it, and posted an American flag.
Yeah,
just an emoji. That's it, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we've seen our community go full retard on emojis, right? So
Well, and the flag one is like that's the first one.
I see.
yeah, right. So I mean, both Ryan Cohen and Roaring Kitty have made use of the American flag emoji. So it's not a lot to go on with that, right? But that was a direct reply to a post about GameStop from the White House, and there's obviously no way that GameStop is not on Elon's radar at this point. So if you're trying to find reasons why Elon would be writing off GameStop at this point, I think it's kind of hard to ignore right now. So I mean, there are a few other things that we can probably get into just in terms of the history here, and I know Swami has picked out a few historical examples.
Yeah. Yeah, with Elon, like, and we were talking about this during the break. Like, my thesis there is that there was a derivative relationship between like electric vehicle stocks and GameStop and the whole basket. Like EVs might have just been a big chunk of the short basket, basically, because up until Tesla started like having success, I think the supposition from Wall Street was that EVs were just like junk and fake, and they would go bankrupt. And most of the companies did, like Nikola, all these companies. But Tesla was the one who made it, and they broke out and eventually were profitable. And I think that caused a big problem, and honestly may have actually triggered GameStop squeeze, because Tesla was already squeezing way back in like 2019. Like they were on had like a 2-year squeeze where it went up multiple hundreds of %, like just relentless. And Kitty talked about it on his old stream. Like he was just like marveling at he's like, how can it keep going up? And it just does. And he's like, you're crazy to short this. So like, I think that at some point, I think Elon, found out about the shorts because he tweeted about the shorts all the time. And I'm sure he went full autist and figured out how they do this and got into swaps and derivatives.
They even sold red shorts at one point.
Yeah, for I believe what was it, 42.69,
something like
that was
that.
The price.
It was a meme number. One of them,
there was a 69.
It was on the Tesla store, and they sold out really, really quickly.
Yeah.
He's an OG shorts hater. I wasn't involved in the market whatsoever before GameStop, but that's the story I've always heard. He was probably one of the first haters. One of the biggest haters of shorts.
Yeah. It was like red satin booty shorts or something. with Tesla on the butt.
Get that drop. That's what I got. Paulie saying red satin booty shorts.
There you go. I always gotta give you one good soundbite every episode.
Yeah.
He always does. It is pretty incredible. But my thesis is that Tesla and GameStop were connected in that way, and Tesla broke free first and squeezed, and then GameStop had basically, I mean, it's the biggest short squeeze of all time, bar none, for anything that's mid cap and bigger. But it
just kept going.
Some say it's not done.
No, it's not done. So that's why Elon's still in it, because I think that he was trying to F over the shorts that he knew were in Tesla and maybe were exited at that point, but he knew that they were still short GameStop. And so what did he do? He tweeted on January 26th, GameStonk, and that, although was like right before the top, that like sent the stock like parabolic. Like it went up huge from there, and then it topped 2 days later on the 28th. But job's not finished, I think, obviously, right? And I think that he saw what happened where they rolled all this stuff into swaps off exchange. It becomes invisible, just like they probably were doing with Tesla. And I don't think he's ever let it go. He kept tweeting about shorts and the SEC well past that. He was tweeting about shorts last year. Anytime Tesla is having like a big run, he generally tweets about like fuck the shorts.
Yeah.
So I think he's very much a grudge holder. I think he wants to see
100%.
whoever these companies are just like die, like just be obliterated off the face of the earth.
Yep.
So I think at some point he is going to publicly invest in GameStop. With either he'll just disclose his position on like X, or maybe it's big enough where he has to file something. I don't know. But even if he bought one share, it would still matter because of like the implications, man.
Because of his profile.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck yeah.
He's got some like interesting tweets too. So like I am under the impression that there's like a big swap that's being maneuvered right now with GameStop, and that's why we've seen some
on that. On that, can I just add one more thing that I just noticed? Because you mentioned that you believe there's a swap coming at the end of November. When I ran that search from Elon Musk pool parties, I read the two recent posts from Elon about pool parties. There's one from November 29th, 2021, where he said just dropping some friends. He said just dropping some friends off at the pool.
Was he taking a shit?
And that came up in the search results from Elon Musk pool parties.
Wow.
And somehow that was a semantic search result for pool parties, and he said, and it came back as just dropping some friends off at the pool. It's obviously not November 29, 2021.
RC tweeted a work tweet on that day.
Which I think is code for shorts.
Yeah, he did a work tweet on that day, November 29th.
Oh man.
That was his first work tweet, by the way. Wow,
and one of Kitty's Banana Awards his last one of 2024 was on November 29th.
Huh. Yeah, we need to look more at those. That's good.
So I think that there is a big swap that's being maneuvered right now. What is going to happen after that's done or whatever, I have no clue. But you can just see it in all the volatility, the silver stuff going on, and GameStop's price action. So I'm like, when that happens, I'm like, oh, well, like what's been said in November? And you go back to 2021, Larry Chang, his infamous post about there's going to be a company that has institutional, I forget the word, but like institutional backing and retail backing. And when those two things collide in the same investment, there will be fireworks.
Yeah, I've got that pulled up if you want the exact quote.
Yeah, go ahead, Paulie.
Yeah, so he said, it feels like we are headed to two different financial markets, the traditional one where institutional support is the driver and a decentralized one where community support is the driver. When these two worlds meet in the same asset, there will be fireworks. Posted 7:46 p.m. November 24th, 2021.
Wow.
What date was it? November
24th.
24th. Yeah. So, and what's Larry been posting about every quarter now? Institutional ownership. GameStop going up. So what stock
for future reference?
What stock was he talking about? It was GameStop. Obviously.
Always.
And then Fitzy what happened to GameStop's price at the end of November
Oh,
2021?
That we got that was brutal.
Yeah,
And
so
it
I
kept
think that
going.
was a huge swap, and I think
Yeah.
that is.
We got fucked up.
I think, and the bigger it got fucked up, the bigger the swap is, and the bigger the liability. And I think that thing is probably coming due right now. And I think that, and then so I look
4
at
years.
4 years is a. I mean, if it just
Yeah.
gets renewed every year or rolled or whatever. But then we go back to Elon and how he wants to kill these shorts like for good.
69%. Sorry, keep that train of thought. 69% from St. Freg's Day, November 24th. That was the worst day ever. To the bottom in March. 69% drop. Got smoked. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, Swami.
No. That highlights how bad it was, right? And granted, that was like when the market topped. I think.
Yeah, it was. The market was bad too. Then, yeah.
But GameStop always goes worse than the market. It seems like.
Yes.
So I remember seeing Elon tweet last year in December, and it caught my attention. Nothing happened, obviously, but he might just be marking stuff for future reference. And on the same date, November 24th last year, he tweeted, "I love this meme," and it was the wood meme from Japan.
Yeah.
That's WOULD for those listening.
Which obviously that was the meme that Kitty had in his live stream photo.
Yep.
And then he also started tweeting. He's tweeted 3 times after that, or right before November 18th. He tweeted 3 times in the next month into December about using a magic 8-ball.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
our favorite crystal ball.
Yep.
Yeah, that too.
He was talking about crystal balls as well. And then, so I don't know. I can't prove any of this. It is tinfoil. I just, in my gut, I believe that Elon wants to fuck over the shorts and kill them. And he may see GameStop as the key to doing that. And so that's what I think. And then the other thing too, you mentioned the pool parties, and that's crazy that he tweeted that on November 29th.
Curious timing, isn't it?
Yeah, but he recently, he doesn't really talk about Bitcoin much anymore. But I think it was in October, mid to late October. He randomly replied to, I think it was a Zero Hedge post, and he was talking about how Bitcoin is energy, and energy cannot be counterfeited and duplicated. And then I think the next week, GameStop's account posted, "Oh my God, the energy," with a lightning symbol and a guy's head blowing up. And again, can't prove anything. I don't know, but I don't know. It just it struck me. Kitty's got all the lightning imagery in his movie, which I think is about Bitcoin. So why does Elon start talking about Bitcoin all of a sudden? And I think Bitcoin is also rolled into a lot of these derivatives with GameStop because they're
ETH guys.
Related. Yeah, sorry, ETH guys.
Yeah,
but
I will also add that if you sort, if I change my Elon search about pool parties to just pool, and then I search by latest to sort things chronologically instead of by relevance, then the only times that, since the November 29th, 2021 tweet that he has even used the word pool in this context is those times, because the only other ones have been about pools of pooling things together, or he had one mention about a kiddie pool when he was talking about starship landing in the Indian Ocean. It was taken from a camera bolted to a Starlink terminal sitting in a kiddie pool. So, That was it. Like those are his only mentions of the word pool since 2021. So
And the fact that
it's a
pool
rare
party
usage. Yeah.
twice in November. What?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. He's used the context of friends and pool parties only in November, 4 years apart.
Yeah, and he's buddies with Palmer Luckey apparently. Who's very
Mod
with
Retro.
Mod Retro.
Mod Retro.
Yeah. Buck
Nice.
and the cursed cartridge. The only
that
way
came
out.
Talk about that.
The only way out is to beat the game.
Well, it came out during our show last week, so we actually had the commercial on there, but it's out now and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Somebody has it. I don't know who has it, but it makes me want to get a Mod Retro now too.
Same.
I have two Game Boy Colors from my childhood still.
Oh, yeah, you
so I think I need to get that, and I was thinking I should get two. I should get one to play and one to grade.
Yeah,
Nice.
that game would be fun to play with like tinfoil in mind too. Kind of just like reading those Teddy books.
Yeah.
We need someone to break down the game with a tinfoil perspective. Just because I'm sure there's lots in there. I mean, I know that there is. There's
The
some
second to
stock market
last level is
references.
the moon.
Yeah, and there's like market references in there. I think there's something about GME in there too from some
I'm sure.
images I saw. It's always cool when they reference GME.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the chart. I like that 10. A swap. I mean, November is a crazy time of year. We've been saying it now. Well, it was Bear Beware, right?
You will beware. You're in for a scare.
The interesting thing too about the swaps is that if there is a swap coming due and November is when they entered those swaps, November 2021 is when they entered those swaps, then I mean, one, we should see some volume from it, right? But two, the price was up around, split adjusted.
It was way the fuck up there, bro.
Yeah, the price was around $60 to $64 back then. So I don't know what that means for price action this month. Whether it
Can
affects.
I answer, Paulie?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think that is actually good because think of it this way: we're at like $21.50 right now. GameStop's got like $21 in cash and Bitcoin per share. So if I have a swap and I've been maybe they've been rolling it every year, or maybe there's been one roll. It was 2 years ago. Why would you roll a short swap at this point?
Yeah, you need to close it.
Get a better price. You're not going to get a better price. So it's time to cover. And that's another meme out there, man. Like we always want it to be right now, but I think with a lot of this stuff, they might be just like referencing the next year because I don't know. There's plausible deniability and all that shit, but I think this is looking to me like April 2024, and I think there was a massive swap then that got exited because they got the price all the way down to the February 2021
$9.95.
And they were like, we're never going to get a better price than this to close. And so they closed and they put in 160 million share VWAP order. And it just turned through in 2 days and sent the price up like 1,000%. And I think that might be happening now. Like we might be at like April 16th or April 20th if you want to like make a comparison.
Yeah.
Oh, so we would just do, I mean, if we're going to see the same shit, we would see some calls start to come in.
Yes, calls, because I'm sure like people know about this, but even if there weren't calls, I think we're just going to start seeing share volume.
Well,
Yeah.
that'll be the sign.
Volume is your only reliable indicator that something is actually happening. Like because price can move up or down, in a big way on little to no volume. But if it is on little to no volume, then the move is fake, and it will not be sustained.
Which is exactly what happened in September. That was
and that's what happened with the White House move, honestly.
Yeah,
that
wasn't even a big volume day. It was like 9 million.
Exactly.
I was saying earlier, thank goodness, because those kind of days happen where we gap up big time, and then 20 million shares we sell off over $2, and then they did some fuckery. That's kind of how that goes. So not getting the crazy volume is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, just I put a tweet out just this week that this whole sell-off volume has been declining this whole time too. It hasn't even, and it's been weak already.
Friday and Thursday this week.
Yeah.
Just started ticking up again.
Yeah, so we got fucking beat up on Thursday, by the way. I don't know. So declining volume on a move down, it means it's fake to me. We're all just kind of waiting for the bottom.
Yeah, just waiting for the bounce.
Yeah, waiting for the bounce. It got pretty low this time. So I'll just go over the dates real quick. So the third. So Monday we were down 0.8%. So I have this little table I use to try to look at it, and I added SPY to it as well, just to kind of see how we did versus the market. So we're down about 1%. I mean, there wasn't any days where we were crazy different from the market. Yeah, Friday we beat the market.
Thursday was the only day with a big move.
Yeah, and it's kind of Thursday's been the thing, by the way. Like I said it last week too. That whatever it is, it's not. It might be up, it might be down, but our biggest move of the week seems to always happen on Thursday. 0.8%, and I started out last show going over all the gap ups in a row that we got on Mondays. Yeah. So that and I said it then, and that probably won't happen again, and it didn't. We actually gapped down on Monday, and we gapped down quite a bit this week, which I usually like. I'd rather leave gaps up than gaps to the downside for sure. So we kind of filled them all. Usually, what happens when you gap down is you fill the gap up the rest of the day, and then maybe sell off a little bit after that thing's filled. It's algorithmic downtrend shit. It's kind of what we see. And so 6.2 million on Monday, 5 million traded on Tuesday, 3.8 million traded on Wednesday, 5.7 million on Thursday. That was our big day. Every other day, flat or 0.5% down, or Wednesday was up by 0.14%. We were 3% down Thursday. And but didn't the market get the market was down 1%, but the markets look like shit. So, for once, everyone complaining about GME moving flat while the market rips, that argument was out the window for a bit this week. I think RC gave the crybaby something to talk about on Friday, though. So, yeah, but there wasn't as much complaining about GME being flat or whatever. 6.4 million in volume on Friday. Yesterday, 0.7% up. Maybe we got our bottom Friday morning. Maybe. So we got down to a low of 20.95. Jesus. Gap down Friday morning to that. I'm kind of surprised they got that low. And I watched it happen too. I guess I'd forgotten. So was that broke below LC's last buy, not RC's, of 21.49?
21.54.
21.54. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, it broke below that. So yeah, at this point, what's that?
So disrespectful.
And they waited until they couldn't buy to break below that.
Yep.
So they waited until we.
Yep.
Asshole.
Insider blackout window right now.
Yep. As soon as we hit that window, we dip below their basis or their most recent buys.
Watch them doing an absurdly early earnings announcement. We're going to announce earnings. Yeah, we're gonna
November
announce
28th?
earnings on November 20th or something.
Oh yeah, Swami would die if he
It's
said
been
the
done
28th.
before.
If it was done before Thanksgiving, that would be so unusual.
Well, if they did that, first thought would be offering, and I'd fucking spam the dude hanging himself with toilet paper gift. Because like every time they've done the early earnings, they have done them early, but every time it's been like because they wanted to get an offering
They
out
don't.
on us.
Yeah.
I would assume that if we did get an early earnings, it would be specifically because insiders want to get in before the volume picks up.
That yeah, give it to us the other way this time. I don't think we're getting any more dilutions this year, any of that. I think we'll hopefully get that same announcement that we did get last year from RC.
Would
I
be
think we're in
funny.
the middle of it with the warrants right now. We're trying to get up to 32, so those suckers will fill. So people will start, exercising them.
Yeah, I do think that it makes the most sense to work on making 32 a stable floor before they do any other offerings, because otherwise it does dilute the effectiveness of the warrants, and
For sure.
and any offerings below 32 is not accretive to the warrants.
I think the playbook for them is going to be if prices suppressed / there's no volume around earnings, they're just going to do another warrant. Why not?
Just keep doing them. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be something they do once a year, but who knows? Like, yeah, I don't know. We'll have 3 option chains at that point. Bless you, by the way.
Why not just do another warrant with a strike price of like 35 or something?
Or 50.
Yeah, I will
50.
say, fuck it. Well, I don't know what the effect would be on price. Everyone would get excited that we're talking about 50, but as soon as we got our warrants, so we got a little run, but it's all been downhill since October 2nd. So I don't know. I don't know if that's because of the warrants. I secretly feel it's the option chain. I think that split of the option chain is going to have us getting a steady flow of calls being sold off, because those are all position close only. I think that kind of hurts us. I don't know though, because I don't really know how to track it too well. I've started screenshotting open interest from Chart Exchange and trying to track it down that way, because I want the in the money calls to I would think be gone. I mean, that's kind of what I want those to stop selling off.
It's not truly position close only. I mean, that that could depend on your retail broker, but like I use Fidelity, and I can buy the adjusted options.
Yeah, I just can't see. I can't see the chain, so I don't.
Do you have to call them to do it, or can you do it with?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
You just got to know the strike, right? Like you got to type it in manually.
Well, I have in the money options for the adjusted chain. So I don't know if you need to. That may be the thing. Like you may need to have it, but like I don't think so, because if you just do a buy,
you can search it probably.
If you just do a buy on Fidelity for options, like you look up a contract for all the strikes, it lists the adjusted. It lists both of them. It lists adjusted and then regular.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the broker. Like Robinhood doesn't have it. So
all right.
Most brokers will not let you open a new position.
Yeah.
I bring up. Well, it's not. You can't open new positions. That's the thing. So there's no market making going on. It's got to be like what you see there is all that's left. So it is becoming like a little illiquid, but like there's plenty of strikes with tens of thousands of contracts in OI still.
Yes, right. In January specifically.
You just have to find somebody like a buyer or a seller. Like you basically have to find like limit orders.
Yep.
In either direction.
That could be fun. I mean, if it works out right, it could be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bring up the calls because I mean I'm looking at the unusual whales net call the premium chart that we all kind of stare at all day. That's my second favorite chart now. That thing, because if that moves, you see a bunch of calls come in, you see it happen right away there. Like that's a good indicator. I'm definitely having that thing up. I do have that thing up always, at least for GameStop. It's been just call selling every day, especially like since October 24th. Just every single day, call sell, call sell, call sell, and it got really bad on Thursday. But it's just steady flow of that, and that could be that other option chain. Could be that's GME1, but it could just be them fucking manipulating the price through calls on GME too. So I'm sure I just would like to be able to see open interest and volume on that old chain.
Yeah.
You can kind of see open interest, but not by strike. There might be a way. I just don't know where the fuck it is. So yeah, I think hopefully that call selling will stop. I don't know what's going on since this new chain opened. There was like one good day, I think, on the right before we
there was
got
a
our
huge
GMEWS.
day.
Yeah.
I think it was right before the warrant.
Yeah, the day before, it looks like.
Yeah. Or it might have been, it might have been October 23rd, actually.
Well, I'm looking at.
There was one day that was like plus 40 million because there was a ton of in the money, like $10 that were.
Yeah, October 23rd was a little spike, and October 2nd was
that the big one?
The big one, but the 23rd was big. Probably October 2nd is just a very big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like I'm hoping to see that stop. I'm personally staying out of calls as much as I can. I have some of the duckies, the 25s for next week. They're everything's gotten blown up. It's not weeklies aren't worth it at all right now. Short dated isn't worth it at all right now. Honestly, nothing. Yeah, I would like until we see something happen that indicates solidly a bottom. It's really not a good idea to play calls. I'll just not financial advice, but maybe you'll know. We'll all be yelling when the bottom hits. That's the way I feel about it, anyways. When it comes to playing anything short dated, they're not all winning. we guess wrong. I see a big candle and I jump in a little too soon sometimes for sure, but we all are watching this thing like crazy. We're going to know when calls come in and volume comes in. Until then,
Friday looks like a good candidate for the bottom because
I just wish 2073 wasn't down there and the gap at 2058. I agree with you.
I would have liked if that filled on Friday. 100%.
Yeah.
That's like the thing that's giving me a little pause.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking at it right now. Like it's the YOLO gap. It's still there. 2073 to 2058 from October last year when RC tweeted and deleted YOLO. We didn't get there. If we would have bounced off of it, I think I might have been okay with it too, because that's what we did. Let me get over. We did that this year, right? Like we didn't even set a 52-week low. I mean, we didn't set a low for this year. That is 2073. So we bounced right off of that on March 31st. And then we came down and almost double bottom on that right when RC did his buying in April.
Yeah.
So
I basically have 36 trading days left on my call out of 2073 being the low of the year.
So yeah, that like you said, Swami, I'm kind of we could go from here. I mean, because it's a higher low in that second bottom in April. I have a feeling we might come back down a little bit and hopefully get a nice double bottom. Who knows? There's been lots of double bottom opportunities over the last like week or so as we've been falling. I guess a couple weeks now. Been lots of them where I've been okay, that could be a double bottom, but it'll keep selling off. So this most recent one also could be close enough. So we could see it. Maybe we could take off Monday
I think
morning.
we'll know like very early this week. I do.
Yeah, for sure. Like, okay, so next week is an OPEX week, so that's good. I still got some hope. But like in terms of the cycle stuff, I probably am not like, cycles miss, especially this time of year. Sometimes it's not even, but something had happened around this time of year. So that's why I was kind of having hope. But, next week, it's not unheard of. Last year at this time we were running really hard.
Well,
But I
also,
could
Tuesday will be 35 calendar days, I believe,
Yeah.
from the warrant distribution date.
Yeah, I was gonna say Monday. I could see us doing some bullshit, normal like what we've been seeing.
And
because
that's
Tuesday's
a
the
banking
day.
holiday, so
Yeah.
liquidity and
And-
funds may be restricted
And it's a
on
flag day.
Tuesday.
There's a flag
yeah.
involved. Is there a mic and some
Yeah.
music notes
Yep.
somewhere? I don't know.
Yeah. So Veterans Day on Tuesday, and it'll be 35 days from the warrant distribution. So
T35 plus or minus however many you want to say. I don't know,
Right.
because that's how it is with the T's. So yeah,
Yeah.
in terms of gaps, like we were saying, that one's looming near. I don't know, man. Fuck.
You know what I would love?
15. What's that?
I would love if on Monday we gap down on no volume pre-market, and it just does a microsecond tap of 2057. If
Yeah.
that happens and then it's a wick up the rest of the day, that's the bottom.
Yeah, or if we go down there quick at open tomorrow, or
Yeah.
Monday,
It doesn't even have to
just
gap down.
boom. Yeah, just like
Which is
those
kind
are
of
my
what happened
favorite.
on Friday.
Yeah, you're right.
It went down really quickly and then zoop right back up.
Yep, those are the best. Those give me it's a long wick. That's what you want. You want to see a long wick on the bottom and lots of volume to support it. So yeah, gap at 2073 to 2058. It's looming super large in my mind. Above us, we were creating them every week, but we didn't leave any. We have one from like 2 weeks ago, the 29th at 2327. And then whenever we move up, this is where I think we're headed. At least is 2810 to 2842. That gap from the June. God, can you believe it's November, guys? Like, Jesus, from the June bond still exists. And then we got one at 29 all the way to 30. We'll have to break through that $28 gap though with some serious, volume for me to think that we're going to keep busting through the 30s, but who knows? Who knows? It's a good time of year. I'll just say GMEWS, kind of holding strong, volume wise, 969,000 on Monday, 402,000 on Tuesday, 487,000 on Wednesday, 743,000 on Thursday, and 595,000 on Friday.
With a significant departure from the kind of percentage tracking between GMEWS and GME on Friday. GMEWS outperformed GME by what, 5%?
Yeah, 6.23% up. Yeah, 6.23% up on Friday for GMEWS and 0.7% up for GME. So did really well.
Yeah. So pay attention to stuff like that, because the more data that we have on that, the more we'll be able to maybe derive meaning from it. So
yep.
Well, the with the GMUs, the big difference between that and the common stock is that IV affects the price.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
And IV was up this week. We closed at like 56. It's variable as the day goes along, but like I saw it hit 57 at one point.
It closed at 56. It was up 5 points yesterday.
Yeah, I think we're going to be over 60 pretty soon.
Well, this is the time of year where you start the earnings march up on IV too. So so I can see
institutional filings are on the 14th. That's the deadline. So
we've already started to see some.
Oh yeah, we saw a sell too. Which
Wyoming doesn't love us anymore.
Bloody wankers. Okay. I don't have it up. I'll add it later.
I got something on warrants too.
Go for it.
So I have to do a mea culpa on the warrants. I was incorrect the last time that I talked about them. I think my intent was just to maybe inject some caution into the discourse because like I was just seeing people saying that the warrants are like like they're as safe as shares and stuff like that, and that's not true. But GameStop cannot materially devalue them without the consent of a majority of shareholders. So I thought that they could just change it like completely at their discretion. I think that was because I read an incorrect AI summary. So good example of the problems that AI is causing. Don't trust
RC.
it. Don't trust it. The robots are coming. But
Yeah, that's good. We cleared that up all pretty fast the next day anyways.
but I think it was, I want to say it was maybe you, Fitzy. You had mentioned in one of the recent episodes how Jake Zebular had he had like sold some of his warrants on a spike pre-market.
Yeah,
And
the Trump tweet, the
Yeah,
White House tweet.
Yeah.
and that made me think of something. When when did GME hit 80 in May of 24? Was it during market
Pre-market.
hours?
It was
It was
pre-market.
it was pre-market.
So
It was
this
about
is an
about
this is
8 a.m. I think.
yep.
Okay.
This is an option that you can sell in pre and post market.
I know it's crazy.
Yes.
And
Don't sleep on that shit. That's a
No,
big deal.
that was the light bulb that went off in my head because
Yeah. And
if
you can
they're gonna-
buy it in pre-market too.
if they're going to pull their bullshit and GME is squeezing, they're generally going to like try to jack the price up as much as possible in pre-market because that disallows people from getting into options like after the squeeze has begun. Because if it opens at 80, like what are you going to do? You can't do anything. But if you have warrants and it's at 80 in pre-market, you could sell those warrants for fucking $58 profit.
Yeah, it'd be nuts. And that's
like-
definitely.
That's crazy. Like I'm buying more warrants.
Yeah, I say sell the open, right? Like if I could sell before the open, I probably would because like most of the moves happen in pre-market.
The warrants solve that.
Yeah. So
problem.
no, it's
do.
interesting. It's
Yeah. And you can put in a good till canceled limit order as well, both on the buy and the sell side.
Yep.
For what you want, how you want to manage your warrants. So,
all right.
stuff to consider.
Yeah. The only other thing I got is borrow rate. I know it's not a lot. It's at 0.69 right now.
Hey.
But instead there's 1.9 million available, and this is IBKR only. But that is to me the leading indicator for GameStop is that borrow rate. IBKR
Fidelity's been low.
Fidelity's just always low. Yeah.
No, it's not though. That's the thing. But recently it has been. So typically it's well over 20 million shares that are available.
Oh, you're talking about shares. Sorry, yeah. I thought you were talking about the rate. The rate's like 0.25, and it's been that way.
Theirs is BS. What I care about is the shares, though, with them because it just shows what's available. And we've seen like Alert Piano's really good. He posts like the Ortex data.
Yeah.
Like we've been at like 100% utilization of shares on loan. And then I see that Fidelity which is typically over 20 million shares available, is down to 4. And although the borrow rate
is a lot.
IBKR is down under 2 million. And we've seen the borrow rate is elevated compared to what it has been. Like
exactly
over the summer, it was like 0.3, like nothing. But I can't remember the last time that it was over 0.6 for this long.
Yeah, we keep bouncing off of it. Like, you're right.
After the bonds, it was up for a little bit, but then it just dumped.
Yeah, we got up to almost 1.5% at the end of October here, just kind of randomly, and then we didn't stay up there. But yeah, you're saying we're above 0.50. Is like 0.58 is what we seem to like always come down to, and then below. But instead of that, now we're kind of holding up a little higher. Now it's not about the rate; it's about the direction of the rate for me.
Yep.
And it moving up is very good because when it happens fast. We'll go from 0.5 to 1 to 5. Yep. Then the rebate goes negative. Then we're at 20. Then it's 100. and we're fucking running. So when I say that's the leading indicator, I'm looking for a couple days in a row of movement up. More than 3, honestly, now. It used to be 3, but now it's not kind of, we've gotten those before. But, give me some movement up and let shares keep going less and less. Yeah, IBKR is the way to go. So, yeah, I just want to bring it up is that, it's not anything like super high or like, but it's going in a positive direction, and
It's notable. And
it's notable.
I have been saying that I think there's a big swap this month, and this is starting to look like April 24 to me.
Yeah.
I wasn't around then, but correct me, Fitzy, but like I'm pretty sure the fee like got over 3% when GME was still like kind of doing nothing at the bottom, and like didn't it jump up to 5 at some point, and then like
Yeah.
that's when it started going vertical on like the beginning of May. Is that
Yeah. And then so they don't, chart exchange doesn't have the data before that. Like that's pretty much all we got now. It starts during the run up. It goes back a year and a half, but we didn't even go above our like 1%. Almost all of 2021, at least for IBKR, was like under 1%, and that was extremely volatile, by the way. So that's my proof that you don't need to be above 1% to be volatile. But it didn't really become an indicator until March 2022, and that thing, it went up over like, oh God, it was over 100% for sure. And if you look at the run that we
was a
got,
crazy squeeze?
yeah, it was nuts. I was playing 300s. I remember I was playing 300s. That's funny. And then it comes back down, but it's been the one that it starts moving, and it starts moving fast. And it didn't get as high though in 2024. I think it got to like 22%. I'm looking at it, but it's not about as high as how high it goes either.
Do you remember
Just
like when it jumped like over 5 though?
No, I'd have to go through my screenshots.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
gone
worth
now. We were just
mentioning,
looking at the
though,
other day. Yeah.
like it's not relevant until it is, and like you said, it happens really quick. So if I see that the borrow rate it goes over 5% this month,
Oh.
that is going to be like
Bro.
all the confirmation I need.
I'll be
And
screaming. Yeah, that'll be enough for me too.
we haven't talked about this yet, but you want to talk about the calls that sold off on another ticker?
Oh yeah, no, because I was gonna say, yeah, you're right. I was gonna say November 5th was the nothing burger. This is how I was gonna start the show, but maybe it was a something burger because
Maybe.
we go ahead, Swami.
Yeah, so I posted about this on X. You can check my account. I posted a screenshot from Unusual Whales, but on November 5th, there was a massive negative call premium on ticker Unity. We don't have to go into all this stupid shit, but
Yeah, no.
you know, Kitty showed that he went into another ticker with Chewy, right? So it's not unprecedented that he might be in other tickers while he's waiting for GME. He can be in 2 places at once too. I think he's got a lot more cash than he let on back in June of 24. So
100%.
I think that Unity, for whatever reason, because it's kind of weird, it's a software company, but it is video games, so there is a relation. But I think Unity was put into a swap with GameStop in June of 2024. And if you look at Unity and you use Ultimator's Swapinator
Okay,
indicator,
I thought you were going to talk about the tick art, but go ahead.
No. But Unity has a huge spike on the Swapinator on June 7th, 2024.
Huh.
Isn't
Kitty
that
stream? Yeah.
Yeah. And then 10 days later, he posted a meme of John McEnroe, when he said, "You have to be kidding me."
Yeah.
I don't know,
Right.
but
You can't be serious, I think is what it is.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
cannot be serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard serious when in that. That's funny now. I didn't even think about the you part there, but I heard because the serious tin.
Yep.
Yeah, you cannot be serious is the John McEnroe quote.
Yeah.
but what I think Kitty was doing with Chewie was that he was showing that I know how you guys do this, and if you're not going to let GameStop squeeze and you're going to push liquidity into other tickers through swaps, I don't know how it works on the back end, but
Yeah.
you have like all these tickers that are like correlated with GME like costs, and like that's the reason is because the liquidity gets spread into them. And I think
Yep.
he was saying, I am going to follow you and I'm going to make money off of you delaying this. And he had the quote from the Babadook in his thumbnail for his stream that says, I'll make you a wager, I'll make you a bet. The rest of that is, the more you deny me, the stronger I get.
Yes.
And that totally makes sense, because if he knows what they're going to do and he can identify through whatever indicators he's using the ticker that might have been swapped with GameStop and jump into it before the price action begins, well, he's going to build a bigger and bigger war chest of money to then deploy on GameStop. And I think that's what that's why he put that the poem in his thing. And I think Unity was swapped with GameStop in June of 24. I think he figured it out. There were a bunch of 5Ks that went into Unity in like September of 24. And I think he's just been playing it since and scalping and stuff. And
it's a side piece. His little something on the side.
Making some money to buy more GME calls.
Yeah.
But
could we also interpret the Babadook quote to mean that the longer it takes for the GameStop side to play out, the stronger he is getting waiting for that?
Yeah,
like that.
No, that's exactly what I mean. Because he's making more and more money off these tickers that he knows have to go because they swap it with GameStop.
Yeah, the longer they make GameStop trade sideways, the more he's going to make them regret it.
Yep.
I like
so
it.
I think
so they 5K sold, right? Like
yeah. So there, and here's the other thing: a bunch of 5Ks sold. But what I'll go back to is I looked at that strike. They were the 30 Cs for January of 26.
Yeah.
And I looked when did they show up, and there were 60,000 contracts bought on starting on May 28th of this year, and they were not in blocks of 5,000, so I'll give them that. They were blocks of 10,000, but that was the day that GameStop topped with the Bitcoin announcement. It's just like another coincidence. But that's when they were bought, and they were bought for like $350 a contract, like 60,000 of them. And there were 65,000 contracts transacted at the bid on November 5th, which indicates they were likely sold. And then OI, open interest on that strike, dropped by 40,000 the next day. So maybe he didn't dump all of them, or there could have been buys going on from market makers to like cancel out his sells, whatever. But there were a ton of those calls dumped on November 5th. And there were 5 orders of exactly 5,000. So one of Kitty's favorite numbers, 5,000. So 5 of those. And like I said, there were like 65,000 sold or transacted at the bid. Most of, even though there were only, 5 orders of 5, if you look at the strike that day, they were basically all blocks of 5,000. I think sometimes the broker just might break it up because they can't find any buyers for it after that amount of time. But
and it wasn't little money at all.
No. So I mean, he bought those. If it was him, or whoever bought them, whoever bought them, I think the math was like, it was like 18 million is what they cost, and so $350 a contract, and they were sold between $10 and $13 a contract. So that's like a 3x. So
that's a Kitty play right there.
Whoever did that made like $40 million.
Yeah, U is up 92% from
pretty
from
passively too, just kind of sitting on it for months.
Yeah,
almost as if they knew because of swap
Mhm.
deadlines and expiration dates.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And here's, I'll stop talking in a second, but like the tinfoil, I guess, on this is, this was on,
This is good stuff.
yeah, this was on the 5th of November. So, it's remember the 5th of November. That's Guy Fawkes Day. But in that movie, there is the autocratic leader, Finch or whatever his name is. They have like propaganda signs everywhere, and it says "strength through unity, unity through faith," or something like that. And at the beginning of the movie, when V saves Evie, Natalie Portman's character, he then slices through that sign and slices right through unity twice. And then throughout the rest of the movie, like as the citizens start to turn against the government, they start spray painting a red V, which crosses right through unity. And like, it's such imagery. And then the unity calls get dropped on
I like
November 5th. Dude, that's Kitty. It's Kitty.
What's the song from the last tweet? Isn't it?
Oh yeah. We didn't even talk about it. It's
Is it I Will Follow You?
I will wait for you.
I will wait for you.
I'll wait for you. The clock will tick away the hours one by one, and then the time will come when all the waiting's done. The time when you return and find me here and run straight to my waiting arms. If it takes forever, I will wait for you.
And the fucking you
drops.
I mean,
Which
Yeah.
he tweeted, "Drop the dog," and he sold Chewy. So I view that as drop the U. And it looks like a whale sold almost or all of their 60,000 calls that they bought in May, and they made $40 million.
yeah, sorry, Colin. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Kitty
Yeah,
used you.
and I
Maybe, I
am
don't know.
That
I'm a
13G is never coming, guys.
yeah,
Never
and-
coming.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of V for Vendetta 10 just in general.
Yeah.
And the movie and the story about V for Vendetta was about the gunpowder plot of 1605, and we've talked about those numbers a little bit in the past. And so, like, in case you're curious, November 5th of this year, there are 1,605 days between November 5th of this year and June 13th of 2021. And June 13th of 2023 was when Ryan Cohen published his what would have been a Form 4 for his purchase, his most recent one before the last one. And then June 13th of 2024 is when Keith Gill posted his last YOLO update that we got from him, where he emulated Ryan Cohen's 9,001,000 shares from his initial run up in GameStop. So I don't know if there's anything necessarily noteworthy about June 13th in 2021, but we know that June 13th has been a significant date for revealing positions. So, it's
after earnings usually.
Yeah, June 13th of 2021 was 4 days after the shareholder meeting where Ryan Cohen was elected chairman of the board, and Larry Chang and Yang Su
21
were elected. Yeah. They were elected to the board, and that was also on June 9th that year was when Roaring Kitty posted the "You have to call it" meme.
He got probably smoked too. Like that, I thought we were going, man. Like that was the one for sure. There's other times, but back then I thought we were going. So I mean, we got tinfoil. We're kind of talking tinfoil, but Paulie, do you have anything with the chart?
I mean, not a whole lot that we haven't already said. I will say,
Yeah.
we are obviously below the Gandalf line right now. But
Yeah.
if you watched my video where I talked about fib channels and the Gandalf line and everything like that, you could probably hear the revelation in my voice as I was talking about it. How every time GameStop has had an explosive squeeze in the past, it has had to move below that line.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously in 2017 to 2020, it moved below that line for a very extended period of time. And then it moved below that line for a shorter period of time in 2023 to 2024. I really think it's going to be a very short-lived period below that line this time.
Yep.
But falling below that line, like you could almost hear me realize it in real time. But even though I didn't want to like admit it out loud, you can kind of hear it in my voice in that video. Like falling below that line is basically your signal that this is where things, for lack of a better phrase, just get interesting. Because I don't necessarily know where the bottom is, but I did say earlier in the year that I think the bottom for 2025 is 2073. And we hit that on, what was it, March 31st?
Yep.
So, I mean, it could be right, could not. I mean, we've got 36 trading days left in the year. So, I mean, I'll either be right or wrong, and we'll know in about a month and a half, 2 months. But either way, I mean, we're pretty much sitting on the cash floor of GameStop. So I don't care about whether I'm right or wrong. I just know that if I'm wrong, then share buybacks are a possibility. Those are on the table. I think that it would be a strong likelihood that if we do lose that number, then we could very well see below 20. And if we do, then
Ooh.
yeah, I know. Like as much as I don't, as much as I hate admitting that, like at the same time, that would be an excuse to see explosive volume come in.
Oh yeah.
And so, it's kind of funny. Like you get this strange dichotomy where
ironic.
Like
it's the line of support, but you need to break it to squeeze.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Right. And so as weird as it is, and for as much crap as we're all going to have to put up with on social media from all of the all of the fudsters, I mean, just block out the noise, like mute people, block them, do whatever you have to do. Just don't feel like you have to engage with them all too. But for everyone who feels like they have to dance on the graves of anything that happens with regard to short-term price action, it doesn't matter. Just buy the dip. Buy the dip and ignore the noise, because it really doesn't matter. Because while they're I mean while they are focusing on the short-term price action and the stuff that really doesn't matter, you could be securing generational wealth for your family.
Yeah, I just don't like acts like that. That's all that is. It's so fucking annoying.
It's not fun, and people really show their true colors.
Yep, I just won't go. The whining so much, it's so bad. Yeah, so all the 19 guys, all the guys that have been now it's 15. Everyone, 15's coming, and then you just see the ridiculous downside call outs. It's just stupid.
Yeah. And
can you imagine if they drop us to 10 or 12? Like, fuck,
right.
That's half $10 under our cash floor. That's crazy talk.
Right. Yeah. And it would defy all logic to see it happen. But if it did happen, then I would expect to see Ryan Cohen deploy a stupid amount of cash into share buybacks and in like an emergency meeting that was called by the board of directors.
Yep. That's what would happen.
I mean, there's no excuse not to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, they have. Think of it this way: like they have around 145 million shares that they may need to provide to the bond holders, but they secured 28 and 29.80 in cash for those bonds. So they have a liability of potentially 150 million shares, 145 million shares. If price, I mean, 10 or 12 is idiotic. I don't know. It's that wouldn't happen.
It's just trolling, is what it is.
It's absurd, right?
Yeah. But like on any price under 20, because I think that was their final ATM. I think it would be a bad look.
September.
I think it'd be a bad look if they bought back above it. I would still support it, but I don't think RC will. But I think if it goes under 20, especially given the liability of the dilution from the bonds, I think it's almost guaranteed they would begin share buybacks because you're trading, you are buying your own shares to reduce the float at $18, whatever it is, and then you are selling those shares for $29.
It's arbitrage.
That's a huge that's basically like profit.
Yeah.
So
they're taking profit on the shares that they've sold.
They cancel out the dilution, and they'd still make money on it.
Yes. Yeah. And we know that Ryan Cohen is in favor of share buybacks because he's posted about it
publicly.
Yeah, I mean, I won't. I say this all the time. I think Ryan Cohen's been trying to expand the amount of shares available this whole time. To reverse course, it would take something pretty
temporarily.
No, but I wouldn't look at it as binary, Fitzy. Like if they buy back at like really low prices, that just means they're going to sell them later at really high prices.
Yeah, making money. I hear you. Okay, all right. Let's go. Give me 2 minutes, and then we're going to do what Swami sees, the segment that is sweeping the nation. All right, 2 minutes, please, guys. I'll be right back. That was a good chart segment, I think.
Yeah,
I like that. We talked about the chart basically. Well, we did a little Tim, but we talked about the chart for about an hour almost. That was good. All right,
charts a little bit.
Little charts. I'm gonna find it goes up, it goes down. I can't. What's that?
You can't explain that.
You can't explain that. That might be my favorite. Like,
I love
it.
it.
A good one.
That's where it is for now. That could go down. It's going down. It's going down. In general, educational advice here in general, not specific to games. But remember, with all investments, especially ones I'm involved in because they're inherently very risky, they go up, they go down. You can't explain that. They go up, they go down. You can't explain that. No, but you should be aware of the risks going into any position. But again, especially ones I deal in because they tend to be extremely volatile. I like to think that I have a good sense of my thesis, but I get stuff wrong. I have historically. I will again in the future. Could be. It's always important for you to understand that, and I have to understand that too. And so, so I get a feeling. If I have this feeling, I act on it. And that's, I make that joke in one of my YouTube videos. It's based on feel, but it's like a confluence of factors. And the easiest way to just describe it is it's this feel that I have. And at the foundation, in this case, of my feeling, right, at the foundation of it is kind of that long-term outlook that this type of company has the prospects that it could work out well over the long term. And in the short term, we'll see. But in the long term, that's like the foundation of it. So it's like a collection of things, and but always risks. Always risks.
All right, we're back, and I like calling things. I like saying things are sweeping the nation. I'm not sure why, but it feels fun. But yeah, Swami sees. I'm gonna load up the intro I made for the last time into the studio so I can play it as you come in. There was some questionable Johnny Carson sound bites, by the way, when I was making that I was gonna put in there. Yeah, it was in the set, but it was crazy. I was like, oh, he's a family man. I can't do all that. So I left it PG for you. But yeah, what do you see in Swami?
The famous seer, sage, all-knowing, all-seeing, all-omniscient, and former master of ceremonies at a house of pies. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm Swami.
the magnificent.
I'm just gonna go through the week kind of chronologically of what I saw. So on November 1st, which was Game 7 of the World Series, my favorite outside board member of GameStop, not employed by the company, Larry Chang, tweeted.
I love you, Larry.
Love Larry, such a nice guy.
That was a pretty incredible game, by the way.
Yeah, one of the best Game 7s you've seen. But
Yeah.
he tweeted, "Wait for the fat pitch."
Yes.
At 11:08 p.m., which was in the bottom of the 8th inning. And, maybe it was just about the game. Maybe it was about the game and what I think it was also referencing, which was a repeat of what Ryan Cohen had said in his excellent interview that you guys broke down on TBPN. So his quote was, and he was referring to like what would make you deploy your capital. And he said, it needs to be a pitch that is pretty much right down the middle. So that sounds a whole lot like wait for the fat pitch. So I don't know.
I don't think it was about baseball. That's for sure. Like, I mean, it's a baseball saying, but why would he? Yeah. I mean, I guess during the game, but it just seems random. It definitely was to us, but I think all that says.
It's all for us.
It's all for us. Everything they're getting their Twitter is all.
It was also a Warren Buffett quote.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's a direct quote from Warren Buffett. He's said it multiple times, not only in his annual meetings but in his shareholder letters,
which you went over on the last episode. Yeah, was very similar to Decades and Centuries. Was that last episode? I forget.
It might have been. They all run together at this point, don't they?
Yeah, they really are. But you ran through a bunch of those Warren those quotes, and it was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, but the term "the fat pitch" is something that comes up a lot in Warren Buffett's writings and speeches.
So that was November 1st. That was also the same day that GameStop announced their new video game, which you guys were able to go over live. The thing I'll mention there is that they had a quote: "The only way out is to beat the game," which I thought was interesting for multiple reasons. So let's start with Mike Burry. Mike Burry's back. That's cool.
Yeah.
Kind of doesn't like him.
He shorted the shit out of everything.
Yeah, he came in, and a couple days after he returned from X or to X, he filed his 13F early on the day of Palantir's earnings, and revealed that he had 50,000 puts against them. And their stock has dropped $30 since then. But anyway, when Burry came back, the first thing he tweeted was, I forget the first two lines, but the last line is a quote from, what's the movie, Paulie? I'm forgetting it off
The Big Short?
No.
I'm just throwing shit out.
War Games.
Oh, yes, yes.
It's a quote from the AI, the AI in War Games at the end.
Strange game.
They make it play tic-tac-toe to like come to a draw with itself. And it says strange game. The only winning move is not to play. And that's what Burry put in his tweet. So he's saying the only move is not to play. GameStop is saying the only way out is to beat the game, which is, to me, is like you have to play. And then Burry, although he says the only winning move is not to play, he files a 13F showing he's shorting the market, or shorting a segment of the market. The
AI basically, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
and NVIDIA? Didn't he short NVIDIA too?
Also shorted NVIDIA. Yeah, I think he was like 10,000 puts on them, and they've been down as well.
I remember when Palantir was like $20 a share. I mean, I'm just going off the top of my head, but I feel like it was not that long ago.
They're up $200 almost. They're up 900%. since May of 2024.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Super high valuation in terms of their forward PDE ratio, things like that. And yeah, just like, I mean, the market's been incredibly bullish on them, but Burry also has a history of commenting on his 13F filings and calling them fake news, specifically because by the time they get published, they are sorely outdated.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true, right? Like the cutoff is the end of September.
It's always 45 days late.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So
up to 45 days after the cutoff. I mean, by then he could be completely out of that position, or have added to it, cut it, or reversed position.
Wow. He got smoked if he stayed in it for too long in September. Yeah, that's crazy. By the way, it wasn't even last year they were in the 20s. That's wild to me. They had a fat fucking run. Palantir was a shorted company. That was one of the short.
Yep.
Interesting.
And now they're pulling a Tesla.
Yeah, one day.
Interesting.
They're gonna let us do that.
Interesting.
Shit too. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, the Burry stuff's interesting too because he played a huge role in GameStop too.
Yep.
Yes.
Like he was a huge part of Kitty's thesis, everything. So
yeah.
Him coming back now with all the other shit we've been talking about is interesting.
Curious timing, if nothing else.
Yeah, maybe they're the gang's coming back together. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But so there was that, and then the other thing I thought of when I saw the video of Buck and the saying what only way out is to beat the game is the game exit in Mr. Robot, which is one of Kitty's memes where it says, "Congratulations, you beat the game. Do you want to play again?" He says in the show, yes, which is actually in the show he failed to beat the game the first time, and he plays again, which I think is kind of cool because like Kitty played the game, but he didn't beat it, so he came back. And that game is called Exit. So Buck is trying to escape the game. They said the only way out is to beat it. So are they saying Kitty's got to beat the game? I don't know. Yeah. But
on that note too, the gunpowder plot of 1605 was about an unsuccessful attempt, right?
I'm pretty sure they killed Guy Fawkes. He became a martyr.
Right. Yeah. So like it's like that was a first go around was unsuccessful. So you know, kind of recurring themes here.
Yeah.
Double down.
Yeah.
And then so that game's called Exit. And in that scene, I'd highly recommend just watching the whole scene, even if you're not a Mr. Robot person.
You should be.
You should be. It's an incredible
yeah, it's a good show.
So good show. I haven't even finished it yet, but it's such a good show.
Tons of stuff Kitty has sourced from that show, by the way. He loves that show.
Yeah, you can tell.
But in that scene, it's interesting because the game that he plays was like left to him by the main villain of the show, White Rose, and it's a cartridge, and he has to put it into a old Apple Mac computer. In the cartridge, you can actually see on it, it says push down to close.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, like Mr. Robot came out, 8 years ago, whatever it was. But like when Kitty chooses these scenes, I think he looks at all the details and like what happened to me, what happened in April 24 and before that too, is GME was pushed down before a swap was closed. So I think it's cool. Anyway, let's see what else. November 5th, I don't think Paulie mentioned this date, but November 5th is the 1741st 741 day since January 29th of 2021. So that was the last higher close. It actually did close higher than the all-time high day, which was on January 28th.
Yep.
It's never surpassed that level again. So
Correct.
and that day, November 5th, 1,741st day since then, is the day of all these Unity calls getting sold.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah, it's 1741 days between January 28th, 2021 and November 5th. And 1,605 days between June 13th, 2021 and that day.
Yep. Just, market stuff. Bitcoin and crypto like tanked again this week. Monday and Tuesday, it dropped below 100,000 for the first time since.
Did it go under?
Yeah, it was like 98.8.
Yeah, 98,944.
So I think that happened in June.
Wow.
So it's been a while. The VIX is not going away. It did get rejected again on Friday, but it's been like elevated for the last 2 weeks. Just, stuff to pay attention to in the market.
Yeah, I think RC no longer fumbled. Well, I'd say he didn't fumble now, but I think when did we get the money? When can like the fumble? What would Bitcoin have to drop?
Fuck him.
Yeah, for the I have 87,000 marked off. That was April 22nd. When did we get our money?
I think we got it pretty probably early April, right?
Yeah.
So
the lowest it got
you
was
could say that he could have bought it
74
or whatever, but here's I tweeted about this actually. I mocked all the people who said that he fumbled it.
Did you? I feel like you someone had an interaction with Han.
I did.
You did. All
called him
right.
a
Yeah.
grifter
Okay.
because that's what he is.
Yeah.
He's a fucking grifter.
Good job. Yeah, he sure is.
And he popped onto my good friend Roaring Pika's post out of nowhere, untagged, and said that he still fumbled a Bitcoin or something. So.
Yeah, because he had to get under. So that's why I even brought it up. I think.
Yeah,
because I must have saw that interaction. Fucking Twitter.
Hans
yeah,
bro. The fakest growth of followers.
Oh my god, he's over 40,000 now. He showed us his sub thing.
He's selling indicators that people were easily able to recreate and are giving out for free for $250
a week.
A week. He's charging. You can get a 1 hour session with him for $15,000.
I will say, I think that was a troll.
Yeah,
that one I think was a troll. But regardless, if this dude is and whatever, he can make his money, but take his GME fucking views with a grain of salt, because there is motivation in all of the shit he is doing.
Yeah.
He came from 0 to 40,000 followers in 10 months. It's an interesting, there's
RC retweeted him.
Yeah. I mean he got a lot of hate for that too, though. I don't think.
I think that he retweeted him because he said he fumbled the Bitcoin purchase. So I don't think
I agree.
Yep.
I don't think that was a pay attention to this account because he's good retweet. I think that was fuck this guy. Wait until he sees.
Yep.
Yeah, and
that was Ryan Cohen collecting receipts.
Yeah, he did it to the guy who asked if he was a retard too. Yeah. So,
right after.
Which was actually like a GameStop bull, but I think he was saying that one kind of in an ironic way, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, I would hate. Yeah. I mean, I want RC to reply to me, but I would hate to have it be like our first interaction when I was talking shit. Like,
so funny.
Fuck him.
Yeah, so I don't know. The grift is in full fucking motion now.
Yeah.
Be wary. So, okay, cool. Sorry. A little sidetrack to talk shit about Han.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be a consultant after hearing those prices.
Yeah.
There's two posts that I want to highlight that I made. So the first was the Bitcoin thing. And like it's just, there are absolutely social media influence campaigns out there pushed by, I'm sure, institutions for certain assets. And Bitcoin is definitely one of them, or at least Bitcoin in relation to GameStop, because I got a whole lot of comments on my post from people that don't follow me, probably bots that don't follow me. Let's be real, but like it got swarmed by like quote unquote Bitcoin bros who were like, "Dude, you could have bought it 78." Blah, 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 blah. It's just weird to me. Like it just shows like there's a manipulation of sentiment on that topic.
Oh God, yeah.
And then the other thing I posted that day, I think it was on the 5th, was about AMC's earnings, and they had their earnings announced, and they had net income of negative $110 million in the last quarter, and they have $340 million in cash. So if that continues for 3 more quarters, they run out of money. And that's what I tweeted. That's what I tweeted.
Which means they're going to dilute more.
But here's the problem, though. Their share price is so low now that the dilutions are not – they're going to reach a point where they can't do it because they're killing the stock price with the dilutions, and they're not raising enough money for it to matter. So, I feel bad for people that are invested in AMC. I think Adam Aaron was a hired gun from Wall Street to kill that company.
Oh, yeah.
Kill that company from within. And mark my words, that company will be delisted at some point, because when it gets delisted, that means shorts don't ever have to close.
Well, oh yeah.
But anyway,
yeah, just like Bed Bath & Beyond.
We're exactly. We're talking about manipulated sentiment. If you mention AMC, and I didn't put a hashtag or anything on it, if you mention AMC and like talk shit about it, the amount of bots that came after my post that don't follow me, have no followers in common, and like 90% of them have ape in their name. Like,
yeah, dude, ape is a sign.
It is so obvious. There is just a paid bot farm for AMC, and I don't know, man. It just like I said, it sucks to see. I don't make fun of anybody who is invested in AMC.
Nah,
like that sucks. That sucks to see a company like killed. But that stock is taken over, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Hey, real quick about Bitcoin. The one thing I did want to mention is like if we would have full ported the whatever billions of dollars that we had that could go to Bitcoin, we would be feeling that on this next earnings report, right? Like if Bitcoin is down significantly from one quarter to the next, that would take a huge chunk out of our bottom line.
Yeah. I think we're going to take like a $20 million hit.
Yeah. And can you imagine if we had put in $2 billion, like how much do we have for that? It's like 1.9 billion for the Bitcoin money. Project Rocket. How much was that?
1.5.
Yeah.
1.5. So yeah. I mean, so we'd be down about 60 million.
Yeah. Which is that makes a difference for GameStop.
Yeah.
That comes out in the earnings.
Absolutely. When we're trying to, be profitable, we are going to be profitable. So yeah. I think he knows exactly what he's doing, and whenever we do get another buy, it's gonna be awesome for us. Yeah. Like we're gonna rip as soon as it gets announced, as soon as it's not fucking leaked or whatever. Like last time, I know you got feelings on that, Swami.
We won't get into that.
Yeah, we won't get into that.
I think it was Dave Bailey. So fuck you, Dave Bailey.
Yeah, I don't like him either. And RC unfollowed him and shit, right? Yes. Didn't he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Well, it was Bitcoin Magazine that it was following.
Yeah, but that's his, right?
Yeah. But it wasn't David Bailey's personal account.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is XRT volume. So, again, like if you're following GameStop and like you don't know about swaps and stuff, like I guess you can just buy and hold. That's cool. But if you're interested in the smaller time frame movements of the stock, you have to like know about this stuff. So XRT had like a parabolic move for an index to start the day and most of the day on, I think it was November 5th. huge volume.
Wednesday.
It was up like 2.2%, way more than SPY, which is not typical.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
what happens the next day? GME gets absolutely dumped at close, hundreds of thousands of shares. And to me, that was like the most obvious 1-2 punch of seeing how they manipulate the stock. Because what they do is they buy shares of XRT and they redeem them, which means that the market maker or the AP, the authorized participants, will then give them quote unquote shares of GameStop that are supposed to be like in XRT shares, basically. And then they will take those synthetic, I think they're fake shares, and sell them into the market to knock the price down. And I think the other thing they probably do, because I was thinking about this, because XRT is always on Reg Show and stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
that and GMEU now, that fucking thing.
So I think what they do is like they're not shorting GME by shorting XRT. I think what they do is they short XRT and they use the proceeds from that to buy XRT. So they'll sell it short, naked probably, because when you sell short a stock, you are getting money immediately. Like that's why short selling is popular, because it gives you cash. So if you short sell XRT shares and then you just take that money and buy XRT shares to redeem, then you paid $0 for GameStop stock. And it's
and so
legal.
That's why
legal.
XRT is like 800% right now.
Yeah.
Short interest, well, it's 700, I think, right now. Yeah, and we've seen crazy numbers of short interest on XRT. It's like 1,400% short, and it's different. You can't.
It's all fabricated.
Yeah, you can't look in an ETF like short interest like you do with GameStop.
Yeah.
But it's still, that's just fucking stupid that they do it. And fuck ETFs. Like,
it's such bullshit.
I don't know. It is such, especially just all the ones they're creating around GameStop and really immediately getting fucking put on Reg Show. Like, come on, 3 times now. I think GMEU might be 4.
Yep.
I like Reese just trolling that Tuttle guy. I'm pretty cool with that. I like that shit. Yeah. All right.
No, that's cool. I support that because it's
I do too.
It's crime, like hashtag crime. Like
do something, bro. And he's acting like he doesn't know. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. This is your shit.
Yeah, those GME ETFs trade like no volume except for GMEU, and like you're telling me that somebody didn't ask for those to be created? Yeah, okay.
Right, and the 3X is getting ready to come out, right?
Yeah, well, that's a bunch of tickers, but but yeah, it's just another. It's another
pretty sure
way.
There's a list of 5X tickers coming out later too.
Yeah, that's how you know.
GME going to be on that.
That's how you know the top is coming for the market. Is
right?
Blow off.
Can you
blow
imagine
off top
buying
incoming?
Buying a 5X ETF?
Yeah,
like if the stock, if your stock has a bad day and goes down 10%, the value of that lever is down 50%. Like,
yeah, I don't even. Does GME which one's the 2X? Is that GME?
GMEU. Yeah.
Yeah, and does that actually 2X us? Like it was 0.76 to end Friday, and we were 0.7. I don't know.
It'll correct it after hours.
It aims to track the percentage, on a daily basis. But there's also maintenance fees and everything. So like, it's.
I mean, I'm sure when we get going, it'll be.
It's going to be.
But right now,
it does. I think it does go both ways. It helps the shorts, unfortunately, like on the way down. But I think it will also end up fucking them because if the underlying stock is mooning, then that ticker has to match that, and the way that they do that is by entering into long swaps with a counterparty. So then a prime broker they are short GameStop because they're short the swap because the ETF is long on the swap. And so in order to delta hedge, what do? They're either going to buy GME options or they're going to buy GME shares. So if you have like a massive amount of volume driving GME up, and then
Yeah.
the GMEU ETF is entering long swaps during that, that's only going to push it higher. So it goes both ways.
Our next move is going to be awesome. We're going to have warrants going. We're going to have GME going. We're going to have GMEU going.
Yep.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
What else you seeing, Swami?
I should have mentioned this earlier, but Burry, when he came back, he also he posted a image of a stormtrooper.
Oh yeah.
What's the tweet there, Fitzy?
It's short sellers of the dumb stormtroopers of the investing galaxy.
Correct.
I think is the right way.
Mr. R. Cohen. So
yeah, one of the big famous ones. Yeah. Do you want to talk real quick about
and that's from March 14th, 2022.
Yeah. Oh, that was we ran. We were moving.
Which was
lots of stuff happened.
Which was 74 days after the November 2021 swap.
Oh.
Yeah.
He bought
when GameStop was 69% down from that swap entry.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, okay. Like, I want to talk about RC's Twitter. How are you? What are you? Do you got?
I'll be real quick.
Yeah.
Shout out to your boy Nancy. He got retweeted by Mod Retro. Super cool.
Yeah, because he made
he
Nancy's
did a card,
awesome.
like a art card for Buck and the Lost cartridge.
That's awesome.
I love it. It looks great. He like put it in like a faux PSA grade case, and Mod Retro retweeted him. So really,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool. We need to get Nancy. I think I got a list of folks I want to try to get on here.
Oh, that'd be
we
awesome.
need to get Fernand in here. We're working on that maybe for next week. He's going to the Pokemon drop, the big one. He's staying overnight, so
that's gonna
be a good time to get him. Yeah, so hopefully we can get that right. There might be scheduling stuff, and then we got Mike Hands that was suggested to us.
Yeah,
and we need to get him on the show.
Yeah, I completely agree.
A great interview.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to, I mean, I think we all would. Yeah, exactly. And he's like, he gets retweeted by them. He's got some really good experiences that I would love to talk about. So and I'm interested in business side of things too. Like, that's interesting to me. So I'd like to see, how their sales might be going and what's going on. Is he a manager or I don't know what he is there.
He must
I know
he's a store manager.
He's like an awesome fucking employee, whatever.
He's got to be at least an assistant manager, if not a store manager. Is my assumption.
And if not, what the fuck are you doing, GameStop? You promote this guy.
Yeah.
He's awesome. So him and then Nancy. I hadn't thought about that to now, but he's a good GameStop guy. He's an original creator, like from the NFT marketplace.
Yeah, I love the Diamond Ape episode. That was a great episode.
Oh yeah. He's one of the best community guys. Actually, I think the best community guy when it came to GameStop and the NFTs and shit. So let me see. He's in the Discord. So let me try to talk to Nancy.
Yeah,
see if we can get him on. But
sorry,
go ahead.
Next, FTDs, everybody's favorite thing. Often not correct or anything, but
did they come out?
No. So they do matter.
Jesus Christ.
And surprise, surprise, GameStop issues warrants. I think that's causing a lot of issues behind the scenes. And FTDs for that time period were due 8 days ago on October 31st. They have not been delayed due in the past couple releases due to the shutdown. It doesn't have anything to do with that. And they're just not getting posted. They're 8 days late. No reason given.
It's happened.
This happened
before
October, November of 2023.
Okay.
And GameStop had that massive volatility up volume event on November 29th. Was that the day? I think it was.
Yeah. Wait. 28th. Yeah.
28th.
I think 20th. Yeah, we were moving though by then. So I'm trying to figure out where it's on Chart Exchange.
It is,
right?
yeah. If you go to like the short area.
Yeah. That was a 25% move that day.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was great. And that was RC's last. He replied to Pulte I'm sorry, fuck. He replied to Plute. I'm gonna edit. Like I don't call that guy.
Poop again! He called the shit poop!
Anyways, he replied to Plute, overpaid executives.
Yep.
And a buddy of mine, Gooseman, had said, I think that means he's talking OPEX. And then we fucking ran, like OPEX settlement, never
Huge
OPEX.
gap up.
Yeah. So I don't know. That was a crazy fun time. And that was a good run.
Yeah.
All the way through to the end of December. And yeah, it started. Yeah. We were talking about a little bit, like I never really got to it. This middle period until Thanksgiving, I'm not that hopeful for, honestly, but the week after Thanksgiving is where I'll like really start getting excited. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
No, that's okay. So, typical, right? FTD data not being released.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
think I don't think it's a coincidence.
And I mean, it's fucking. It does matter. The T35s and shit. That shit matters. But I also think that it's fucking bullshit, the data they give us too. So
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's at least
It's a lot of garbage in, garbage out, but the stuff is supposed to matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last one we have is 929. But I mean, like 12 million notional on 923. 469,000 shares failed to deliver. This fucking clown show market.
Mm-hmm.
This FTDs are irritating.
Yeah. All right. Last thing. I don't say this to like plug my X account. I don't care if I have one follower, but I do hope that like I provide either funny posts or informative posts for GameStop investors. So
yes, you do.
I'll plug your X account. If you're not following Swami Sees, you're doing it wrong.
At Swami Sees, SEES.
Yeah, you guys should be following him by now if you're listening to this show.
For sure.
I do say good morning most mornings, so
I didn't today, guys. Today was the first time.
Hey, I'm proud of you, man.
In like 4 years, I didn't say goodbye.
Was this part of your 12-step program?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, well, I got a couple I'm working on. I got YOLOholic that I'm working on, and then now it's my social media addiction. Yeah.
But anyway, check out my posts from yesterday. So Friday, November 7th, like late at night, of course. This is when I have time to do stuff.
You're up late.
It's when he does all his best work is late at night.
Yeah. It's the only time
you're
I
up late.
Yeah.
When I'm up late. Paulie is too, man. You guys are replying in Discord at like crazy hours. I'm like, whoa, especially when I tag Brock. Brock shows up at like 1 a.m. my time. I'm like, what's going on?
That's like when I'm waking up to take my dog out in the middle of the night.
Yeah. But check my page. So I looked at this index. It's a tracker index, and it's called MOVE. Like that's the acronym MOVE. So you go to TradingView or like Yahoo Finance or whatever. You can look up MOVE, and I was looking at it actually because of some of the banking stuff that was going on with like repo and overnight liquidity. But so it's an index tracker, and it tracks volatility in bond options. So derivatives of bonds is what it tracks. It tracks their volatility. And I know I was like looking at the peaks and valleys, and I started like looking at the dates, and I was like, wait, I know that date. Like GME bottomed right there. I'm like, wait, I know that date. GME topped right there. And it was like ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. And I'm seeing all the dates where MOVE peaks or tops are when GME bottoms. And then all the times where MOVE bottoms, GME tops. And I was like, this is weird. And I talked to some people about it, and like this index is, like I said, it's tracking the volatility of options for bonds. So those are derivatives of bonds, and they're going to be much more sensitive to any kind of like market stress, expectations of interest rates, And I think the reason that there's such a good inverse correlation of this is because this index is sensitive in the same exact ways that swaps would be sensitive, because swaps are also very sensitive to interest rates.
Yeah.
Because when you open a swap with a bank, you have to pay a carrying cost throughout the term of that swap. And the carrying cost is determined by the interest rates prevailing at the time. And if interest rates go up 1% quickly, that can totally tank your trade on a swap, or it could margin call you on the swap. And so it's just interesting to see, like, GME is clearly moving with against this index because it's controlled through swaps. However, what was very interesting to me is that there are a couple periods where instead of the relationship being inversed, it actually flips. It becomes correlated, and that just started happening in October. It's been the whole month. So GME has been going down and bottoming. Normally, that would mean that the MOVE index is going up, but the MOVE index is going down as well. So they're moving together. And there's a couple times where this has happened, where the inversion stops and they move together. It happened in July of 2020, 1 month before RC got involved and GameStop started squeezing. Like it started squeezing in August, basically, at the end of August.
Mm-hmm.
And it also happened in April 2024.
Huh.
Pretty interesting
Okay.
data.
So take, like, again, I don't rely on this indicator to make any investment decisions, but if I start looking at all the things that we've talked about in this show today, it's telling me that there is an elevated chance of a high volatility, high volume move to the upside for GameStop in the foreseeable future.
If nothing else, it tells you that you need to be on the lookout for volume more than anything.
Yes. Fucking please.
And that's your signal for confirmation bias, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like,
I like confirmation bias.
Well, and here's the thing too, is I think the volume and upward movement would like validate this, but in like a much more, like, I would just feel better about that move being real instead of a fake pump, because like we do get volume. But if I go and look at like Altimeter's bottom finder and it didn't spike beforehand, and I look at this move index and it's like not really, showing that we're at like a bottom or something, or a peak, then it's like, all right, this might just be a BS like pump and dump. And but Altimeter's bottom finder, which has been pretty accurate in the past, if you backtest it, went off massively on like October 23rd. It spiked to the highest it's been in 2 years. It's actually the
OPEC
highest
settlement, by the way.
It's the highest it's been since 2020, actually. So
we caught a bid.
Yeah, and I think it just triggered again.
Oh yeah.
And this bond volatility index we're now moving with it, which we usually don't.
Right.
I don't know. If volume
there's just
comes
a lot of confluence there.
Yeah, if volume comes in, that tells me, like I said, I think there's a elevated chance of, dare I say, a squeeze.
Bro, yeah. Say it, go ahead. We caught a 10% bid off of that time frame. That was I think is that when Ducky opened his calls too? We caught that move.
I think he was on the 18th.
Oh yeah. That's OPEC settlement. I mean, that was when it should have gone, and it did. That's cool. I think that's cool. I know, we didn't run crazy, but 10% on 3 days is 10% on 3 days. You could have made some money then. Well, the one of them was the White House, right? Yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right. Cool. Good deal.
Right,
yeah, but still, like, fucking, I don't know. Algo over news, I think, is what the saying is. Okay. Well, good job,
RC.
Swami. Huh? Yeah, I know.
RC.
We're running like we've been here for like long, but RC tweeted, and it was a doozy. He tweeted basically a slogan on the gates of Auschwitz. What is
Arbeit
it?
macht
Work will
frei.
work will set you free. Is that what it is?
Work sets one free is what it translates to from German. Arbeit macht frei.
Yeah. So, RC, I'm sure understands where that comes from. He is a Jewish man himself. He's, been very open about it. His brothers are open about it. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to, this is like touchy.
Yeah, it's obviously a sensitive subject, but he is not ignorant to the historical context of the use of that photo, that phrase, the use of any imagery from a concentration camp. So, I mean, I think I will openly admit I'm not an expert on World War II or on the nuances of the matter, but I think I know enough to say that if you personally feel like Ryan Cohen owes you an explanation for using that photo, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah, you're not going to get it for one. At all.
He doesn't owe you anything, first of all, and there was obviously mixed emotions on social media when he posted that. I felt like I understood why he posted it, but I also feel like everyone might have their own personal attachments to the meaning and context behind it. I will note that coming up in just a couple of days, it will be the 87th anniversary of Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass.
Yeah,
which is a very sobering reminder of just the absolute horrors of what the Third Reich did during World War II. So, I mean, we don't have to get too deep into the conversation of what all it might mean. I mean, there's obviously a lot of charged conversation that I think people will want to derive one way or another out of that, but I think that it is fair to say that Ryan Cohen is a contrarian and he likes to speak in code. He's posted a lot of things ironically. He could also be posting something just out of pure homage or respect.
Yep.
And
he does that.
We just simply don't know. He didn't put a caption on it.
Yeah. It's his personal Twitter. And sometimes he puts stuff like to his dad. Not everything is about GameStop. And faux outrage. It's all the same shit. I mean, look, I get it. It is a sensitive topic, but the amount of people that are pissed off over it that have really no reason to be pissed off at all. Like I don't know. It's just icing on the cake for them, I guess. They're just screaming, crying the whole time. So now like Wade Houston he's the one who demanded the fucking apology. He demanded an apology because he's a Jewish man.
Right.
And he's out if RC doesn't explain himself. That's what it was. Bye, bro. Bye. You're not
right. Like,
nobody cares.
GameStop doesn't need you like you think you need GameStop. And
to quote Aaron, buy more or shut the fuck up.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, it's just like I think some people are just looking for an excuse to find a reason to complain at this point. And I get that the price section may not be what you think that you want, but if you're a true bull, then why are you not just buying the dip?
Yep.
Like take the gift.
Yeah. Buy more or shut the fuck up. I like it. That's a good one. Yeah. So I don't know. Swami, did you have something on it? Like, what do you?
Yeah. You know, I had like a very actually very similar kind of thought process that played out as what Paulie said. So I really respect what he said, which is, my first instinct, I'll admit, when RC tweets is like, what does it mean? What does it mean? Like, I have to decode it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right.
And, I did that initially. And like, I made a comment that I ended up deleting because my comment was not anything like bad, but, I posted a screenshot from Shawshank because they talk about hope will set you free. Because when I saw the image, I'm like,
That's interesting.
I'm like, the gate is open, but like I didn't know it was actually from a concentration camp.
Yeah.
And
I tweeted work, and I deleted that shit right away. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
Sure.
never mind.
Yeah. You didn't
Yeah.
understand the context when
Yeah.
you said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I looked it up and I read about the meaning, and then I had the thought that Paulie said, which is like, especially on a post like that, I don't want to make the assumption that it's like a coded post and a quoted post. And so I deleted my comment because I'm like, you know what? I think that he does have Jewish faith. He he got wrapped by that famous rabbi.
Yeah.
He commented on that post, and it just felt inappropriate, I think, for me to like try to interpret it and post a comment. So I just said, hope you have a good weekend, RC. And that was it.
Yeah.
And I think the people complaining on that post about like GameStop and the price action, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
What
I know.
the fuck is wrong with you? He posted a picture. He's a Jewish man, and he posted a picture that is basically, I think, like highlights the abject cruelty of the Nazis, because what they did was they told the Jewish people that if you work, eventually you'll get set free, which was a
Right.
complete lie, because these were
Yeah.
concentration camps meant to conduct a genocide on the Jewish people. So like as a Jewish man posting that, like that's like RC, like you said, maybe like owning a piece of history, persecution. There was that float with that saying on it.
Yeah,
which-
that's the tinfoil.
Catholic school in Pennsylvania. It was on Halloween, I believe.
Yeah, they
but
put
like that could it more than most posts, like that could just be a serious post. And like I just think it's so ugly and gross that people are complaining on it. And like, I see like the Discord guys, paid Discord guys saying like, oh, this means another dilution is coming.
Yeah, what?
Dude, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's gross. You're right. It is fucking gross. And they just like will look for anything to pile on. The tinfoil, whatever. I still will look at it a little bit, but yeah, there was a float that had the saying on it. And then the tinfoil will be that he's saying that we locked the float or some shit. I don't know. The only chance that could be would be GMEWS. If it was a work tweet, work tweets are terrible. Like they've not worked out well for us at all. So just, I guess we'll move on from the tinfoil outside of that though, because I agree with you. Like you guys said it really well. I think more than likely he was posting something personal, or he could be fucking trolling. I mean, I honestly though.
But he didn't say anything, and often, like, if he does say something, you can kind of tell it's a troll, right?
Yeah, he just posted it.
But he didn't.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right.
But I think, there's also maybe this, if you're going to categorize the posts that he's made, when he has posted things about his faith in the past, I mean, if you have to assign tinfoil to everything that he posts, I guess you could say that Jewish posts are bullish.
Oh yeah, he did the one on Christmas too, right? Like,
yeah. So, if you're trying to say that price action on the chart has to have some sort of correlation to the types of posts that he puts out there, then when he wraps Teflon and he had 2 thumbs up. That some people have tried to read into the thumbs up side of it, but that was also about a Jewish rite of passage. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I want to be respectful of not only his faith but also of the history here, and it just I mean, like we try to have fun with the tinfoil side of things, but let's just I want to caution people to just not go overboard with the tinfoil theories and stuff, and just I think also
there's a time and place.
Yeah. And for you guys, like where you said, you made a comment and then you deleted it, that's a totally appropriate. You said something, then you realized the context of what was said, and you're like, oh well, probably not the best move. I think that's a good way to handle that. And I mean, we all obviously will say things and do things in the moment that later we get more information and we're like, oh yeah, that probably wasn't maybe the best choice. I think everyone has moments like that in their life, but some people will get the full information and then just charge head on into it and double down, and that's the problem here.
Yep. If you can it takes showing just a tiny bit of humility to delete a post, to realize, to admit that you shouldn't have done it. That's what deleting a post is.
Yeah.
And if the people that can't do that and they just double down, those are the bad people out there.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, sometimes kids do that shit when they get in trouble. Just little children. That's what it is. All right, we gotta get out of here, guys. It's been a while, so let me just do some announcements. We got one person in the server this week, and then they left. So yeah. I mean, whatever. It wasn't nothing bad. I actually spoke to him after. Everything's cool. Everything's
fair
great.
enough.
But yeah. So yeah, that was that. Someone made it to the 30s too. Oh, Hortoni. Welcome back, bro. I'm glad you're feeling better. And he made it to the 30s as well. What a week for Hortoni.
Yeah. I will eat some pineapple on pizza in his honor.
Yeah.
He's gonna hate that.
Yeah, that's good pizza. I don't give a shit what someone says. Pineapple pizza is good. Pineapple pepperoni is fire.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Add some banana peppers to that. It's really good.
True.
Yeah. I don't know. Check out Aaron's streams. They're so good right now. Echo Chamber on X is where you go to get show updates. Follow the Echo Chamber channel. I don't know. You got anything before we go, Paulie?
I think we've about covered it all.
Yeah, we covered a lot. Swami, anything, sir?
I think keep your antennas up, because I think something good is going to be happening soon with the stock.
Yeah. It's always dippiest before it's rippiest, and
this is a big dip.
Yeah, and it's been a big dip since we touched whatever the fuck on when we got our warrants, and it's been pretty dippy. So all right. Thanks everyone for coming out. Thank you, Paulie. Thank you, Swami. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah. Peace. Have a good night.
Bye.